feel like I want a salsa. As we continue with our Sunday programming on Ronbo Sports, after having, I want to thank Taryn again for that draft. By the way, Coach, everybody who's been on the draft so far has requested in advance. Coach, how do we contact you? Get so many names. Twitter. Coach, come to Twitter and hit me up and let me know, because we got a couple of spots left, I think. All right, so hurry up. Coach, we're not saying we don't want to hear yours. Are you serious? Of course we do. Let's get right into this. It is assumed that the move to trade up in the draft by Lynch and Shanahan was to improve their chance to get one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the 2021 draft. We all know that. It remains, however, a mystery as to who they are targeting or are willing to settle with. We'll be taking your phone calls on this particular Sunday for your take on who is the most Kyle-style QB in reach for the Niners and everything else that is. See, I give any chance I give myself to make that crazy noise. and in a related note, Jimmy Garoppolo may be on the move, but he isn't going back to the New England Patriots, according to ESPN's Jordan Schultz. First read that, I thought, this is old news, guys. Right, I heard about this. No, it's fresh. Schultz reported the Patriots are not pursuing the quarterback, having re-signed Cam Newton to a 1-year deal this offseason. But that sounds like something just got regurgitated, right? The 49ers put themselves in a position Friday to move on. See, that's what I saw. I said, wait a minute, that's got to be fresh, because this doesn't belong in the same report, right? They put themselves in a position Friday to move on from Garoppolo after the team traded up for a 3rd overall selection in this year's draft, one that has plenty of quarterbacks expected to go near the top. Various reports out of New England had indicated that the lack of a trade stemmed from San Francisco's side. We heard that too, though. Greg Bedard of the Boston Sports Journal said in a radio appearance that the Patriots decided to move on after San Francisco wouldn't engage in trade talks. Now, we all know about that. So, Friday, why would this still be news? I thought actually, I'll tell you the truth. I thought Jimmy was on his way to the Patriots this weekend. I already figured Jimmy's out here. He's not going to stick around here now. If he's unwanted, he's gone. He doesn't have to put up with this if he doesn't want to, especially with Belichick calling him home. So, we'll see. And also, as Yomi pointed out today, hey, they could cut him before 4-1. Okay, so that means if he's here 4-2, speculation time, huh? Then I guess the next thing is, hey, we can still get rid of him during draft night, because people want to get rid of Jimmy. They want him out of here now. But with the Niners moving the 3 spot, as I mentioned in the draft, with an immediate consensus belief that they're doing so only for QB, the question becomes, which QB do they want? Trevor Lawrence is likely going to the Jags. No. Trevor Lawrence is going to the Jags. And you know why? Cleveland invited him over to Ohio. Trevor told him, hell no, man. I couldn't stop laughing. At this point in your career as a football player, when teams invite you over, you usually go check them out, right? Trevor said no. I'm serious. If you're looking up Trevor Lawrence invited to the Browns, he told him no. He ain't coming. Thank you. And the Jets most likely are taking BYU Zach Wilson after that. Don't be fooled, fam. Really, seriously. Darnold hasn't had a nice thing said about him since Bobby Shell arrived in New York. That doesn't mean that, if you see a Zach Wilson, and the 49ers would love to have him. I would love to have him. I've seen him. I like him. But if I'm the Jets, why in hell would I let Zach Wilson go? I'm at number 2. And another thing is, if the Jets weren't interested in him, and they just want Penei Sewell, why don't they go down to number 4 at least, and tell because I think, no, they might take him too. Yeah, the Jets would have traded out of that 2nd spot, and just moved down and get some more picks, right? That's just my thinking. Now, it could be wrong, easily. But, the Niners may have to be content to take whichever quarterback remains after those 2, though. That's just in theory. So who do they want? Whoever it is, the 49ers wouldn't move up to the 3rd spot unless they are happy to get, as Terry just pointed out whoever will be there. It's a situation similar to what the Jets did in 2018, moving up to number 3 with designs on a quarterback and having at least 3 quarterbacks that they would accept. For the Niners, they need to be ready to take Lawrence, Fields, and possibly Wilson. I mean, if the Jets do lose their mind and say, we don't need you, Zach. We got Sam Darnold. But history suggests Shanahan is unlikely to take Justin Fields or Trey Lance with the number 3 pick. In fact, Tara just hit upon it too, and the Niners are unlikely to have moved up to the number 3 overall pick to select Lance or Fields if past behavior predicts future behavior, as social psychology research suggests. The Shanahans have always been wary of mobile QBs. I know. Sure times have changed, but have the Shanahans? That's going to be the question going into the draft. How open-minded are they to today's NFL? I already know what you're thinking, too. Just as Taryn mentioned, too, Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator when the then Washington Redskins, now as the WTF, I still call it WFT, drafted Robert Griffin III with the 2nd overall pick in the 2012 draft, and Kirk Cousins early in the 4th round of the same draft. That maneuver left many scratching their head as to why in the world would you do that? Select a quarterback so soon after drafting that many believed to be franchise QB in RG3. Later it became known that Mike Shanahan resented and was ready to quit. Actually ready to quit. That's seriously intense. You really hated what happened that bad? Over Dan Snyder's preferential treatment of RG3 and lukewarm support of Kirk Cousins. And Mike Shanahan explicitly expressed anxiety about potential injury to running quarterback RG3 while calling Kirk Cousins a steal that he could not pass up on. I know what you're saying. Jimmy G gets hurt and he doesn't run. So there is some flaw with that thinking, but still, this is a Shanahan way of thinking. I'm just pointing out. In his senior season, RG3 rushed for 699 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns. Remember, Kyle Shanahan was the 49ers' new head coach when the Niners passed on both Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson to select Solomon T. And to later select a quarterback in the 3rd round, and he has never voiced any regrets about that. Only John Lynch has been quoted saying he is still kicking himself after having passed on Mrs. Mahomes' baby boy. In his junior season at Texas Tech, Mahomes had 285 yards rushing, 12 rushing touchdowns. Deshaun Watson had 629 yards rushing and 9 rushing touchdowns in his final season at Clemson. Shanahans have always sought quarterbacks who don't run. Kirk Cousins rushed for minus 39 yards and 0 touchdowns his senior year. And C.J. Beathard run for minus 13 yards and 2 touchdowns his senior season. And Beathard can't run, though, which is really interesting. The year before he was traded to the Niners, Jimmy G had 6 yards rushing and 0 touchdowns. History has shown Shanahan to choose quarterbacks with non-existent running skills. Justin Fields and Trey Lance have hardcore running games. Justin Fields rushed for 484 yards, 10 rushing touchdowns his sophomore season, and 383 yards, and 5 rushing touchdowns in 6 fewer games his junior season. Trey Lance rushed for 100. Woo-hoo! Lance rushed for 1,100 yards and 14 rushing touchdowns in his sophomore season. But actually, you know what, I got to tell you, I do actually see Trey Lance as quite possible. And Channing may be changing his philosophy for Trey to make him, if nothing else, because I still see G staying around as the guy that's going to usher these guys in, to make Lance could become the Taysom Hill of the 49ers just to get him anointed into the NFL. I could see that. The question, though, is will history repeat itself? Is it a foregone conclusion that the Niners have moved up to take a quarterback, and this turns out to be the case with Kyle Shanahan? Once again, go for a quarterback who does not feature a running game and is more traditional. Pocket passer in the mold of Kirk Cousins or C.J. Beathard might be the case again. And I know what you're thinking. Some, including Shanahan's bro, Chris Sims, have mentioned that name that freaks out a lot of 49er fans, Mac Jones, as possibility for the Niners. Mac Jones had 14 yards rushing, 1 rushing touchdown his senior season. Big shout out to 49ers webzone writer Winston Chung for those observations, as I stole from him. There's no lies in that as far as the Shanahans go, as far as their history goes. And on that note, Albert Breer tweeted, I'd echo Simmons' quarterback, Mike Silver, that Mac Jones, like Trey Lance, is a fit for Kyle Shanahan's offense. The question with Jones regards upside value and moving up. Untweet. So that's the thing. Why would the 49ers move up to that position to get Mac Jones? One thing about the 49ers, I got a feeling they're not going to take any chances on that. If they want Mac Jones that bad, just get up as high as you can. They may have talked to other teams and couldn't get anything done. So, they can say, okay, you know what? The Jets don't want to talk. For sure, Jacksonville's not going to want to talk. Let's see if we get right in there, number 3. So you ensure that you're not going to miss your guy, right? Matt Mayoko jumped in on the tweets. And crew at Bama Pro Day last week. Scouting directors Ethan Waugh, Tariq Ahmad, and area scout Steve Rubio were all on hand. Do we have that many people for anybody else's Pro Day so far? Mac Jones would not be a shock, as Mayoko continues to say. My thought, though, is that they'd want more playmaking ability from the legs of their next QB. Untweet. Michael Silver saw this going on, and he got in. His belief in most NFL Billies is that Lawrence and Wilson will go 1-2, and to Jags and Jets. Niners at 3, don't rule out Jones, along with Fields and Lance's possibilities. Notice I said Fields and Lance's possibilities. I told you weeks ago, guys, Mac Jones has Kyle-style football written all over him. I wasn't really concerned so much because I thought we'd get Mac Jones at number 12. I know the 49ers guys are going to move up. So that kind of changed my thinking. I didn't realize what they're going to do now. I really don't. I'm just guessing. But TNT minus Sheik, some food for your thought. It's going to cause some concern. And if Jimmy G's around past next week, table could be set. What you do is you get Trey Lance, let him season up for 2 years. Jimmy's got 2 years left on his contract. You say goodbye to Jimmy in 2 years. Maybe Lance is ready. Nothing wrong with that plan. I got a feeling that's what it's going to be. Anyway, North Cal Refrigeration and HVAC, not one of those quarterbacks worth 3 number ones and a third. Well, actually, it's only 2 number ones, actually. The 49ers stayed in the first round. They moved up in the first round, so it's only 2 number ones. That's a lot, though, right? So the 49ers are really intensely serious about something. And unless that's what Miami insisted upon, because the 49ers probably didn't offer that many in the first place. Out Kyle 2014, Jed York might be in the building. North Cal wants them fired. CT9, my guy is telling me Lance, he will sit 1 year behind Jimmy. Well, we'll find out sometime in the near future, won't we? Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Ronbo.
Jamie, it's funny, man. I forgot about the April 1st deadline, and it's a wet dream thinking that the Jets are not going to pick up a talent like Zach Wilson. Jamie, what's going to happen here as far as choices go? And please explain why you think they're going to happen.
No, I had a chance to sleep on it. I don't think the Jets are going to pass up on Zach Wilson. They can't. Why? How could they? How could Saleh pass him up? That would be suicide.
It'd be embarrassing too.
The fans would turn on him so fast. He's in New York.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Unless they trade out and get heavy compensation, those fans are just going to rip him bad. So he has to take him. So I think we're going Lance. We have to.
So
I don't know.
Lance is your choice between the guys that are left?
Yeah, think about this. Garoppolo, people say that he doesn't process fast and he has slow reads. And the same thing happens with Fields. Yeah. He reads the field slow. So I think Kyle's kind of done with that. So it's got to be Lance or Jones. And if they take Jones, I'm going to break something.
You, you think Jimmy Reed's slow? You know what I want to see this year? This year, I want to see routes completed and separation gained quickly. I think that
Yeah.
first year, Jimmy didn't process or read slow. In fact, I thought that was the reason for some of those INTs. But we'll
Well,
see.
yeah, they were tipping a lot of balls in the air and stuff, you know.
So
But we got rid of board, so like half of our tip picks are gone.
and bouncing off the chest and into the arms of other
Yeah,
people.
Belichick
Yeah.
could have them. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
So that receiver that he was talking about, Moore or whatever, he had a
Taryn?
horrible year. Yeah, he had a horrible year last year. He may have had a good freshman and sophomore year, whatever,
Yeah.
junior, whatever. But last year he was not good.
All right.
That guy, the first receiver on that guy's board.
Yeah.
So I don't think
the
anybody's
4-3
looking
guy.
at him.
Yeah. Okay.
Moore, I don't know if he's a 4-3.
Yeah.
I'm
Elijah.
not sure how fast he is.
Elijah Moore.
Yeah, Elijah Moore.
He's supposedly a 4-3 guy. That's why I kind of liked him, but I don't know anything about him, like you're saying, though. Wide receiver out of Ole Miss.
Well, yeah, there's a guy out of Texas that's 4-3. There's a lot of 4-3 guys this year. Like there's a
hopefully.
plethora of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me-
there is. I mean, Kyle can look through there and pick between 6 different guys by the time he gets to pick.
That would make
So
my day.
I'm sure
Give me
he's
some
got it.
speed.
Yeah, yeah, and they're all like small, skinny, fast dudes, like 170 to 200 pounds. You know.
Oh. And you know what? You got to be that small to be able to run that fast. Damn it. Unless
Yeah.
you're that guy over with the, who picked him up? The Titans picked him? No, not Titans, but the Jags picked up that guy out of, I forget what school he came from, but he had some size and incredible speed. So those are like one here and there, but not many. So, yeah. So.
Yeah. You know, when I sent you that tweet earlier, the guy I was talking about, Jason, I forgot his last name now. Anyway, the lineman that ran that 4-3, two of them did from Penn State.
Yeah.
As soon as I got done sending you that tweet, I went back on YouTube and I was looking some more, and somebody had him on a podcast was talking about him, like talking him up going to be first round. I'm like, come on, dude! I thought I found a diamond here.
You know what? Guys like that are not going to stay a secret long. You know, and there's going to be guys that are going to shoot up every year, Jamie. There's guys that shoot up the draft as the weeks toward the draft go up. Solomon T was in the middle of the pack in the month, in the days leading up, and all of a sudden he shot up to the top of the order as a guy to go get. I said, you know what, guy, this is no, and they went and got him. So you know,
yeah, blazing up the board. There's a guy, Fry, that's a guard for Penn State that looked pretty stout. Like, dude looks solid.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's gonna be linemen to pick up. I mean, we're gonna get a good draft out of it, but unless we move up in order to get Zach, we're not gonna get him. We're gonna get Lance.
Yeah, because the Jets.
I can't see him taking Fields.
Yeah, and the Jets aren't going to pick up Sewell. So you know, and if that was the case, somebody could come and get that Jets pick for more, collateral. The 49ers would have got it from the Jets. I'm sure the Jets would have took that deal as well, right? So it's really funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I just had to sit there and think about it for a minute. Right at first, it seemed like it was what I was saying then, but that ain't what's happening.
Well, we'll see. Because you know what? You never know what's going to happen because things are going to shift every day. Who thought the Patriots were going to come in and say what they said suddenly? So, who's telling the truth? Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, Jamie.
Okay.
I'll look for you. Oh, yeah. See you Tuesday. No Monday Night Raw this week, but
Tuesday.
Tuesday night SmackDown. Yeah.
All right.
All right, Jamie.
See you then. Bye.
And 49 Brian says, it's my birthday today. Guess what I wish for? Hint, quest for 6. Can I get a happy 48th? Brian, you know you can. Me. Happy Niners birthday. 49 Brian. happy quest for 6, 7, 8, 9. For happy birthday, boy, 49er Brian. Happy. Birthday, Brian. Quest for 6 coming up. Not about natures. Justin Fields will be the pick and has the most upside this quarterback draft. Kyle will run him like Lamar Jackson and open up the Passcode. Not about H88. Thanks, fam. Oh, that goes against everything that the Shanahans are about, but we'll see. Omar Lopez. Omar! Ronbo put me down for Mac Jones at number 31 calling it. Man, I tell you, that's going to make a lot of people mad, boy. All right. Hey, John.
Ronbo.
John. Just sitting back here and ruminating over who's going to be the guy, John. And I know you've always got plenty of observations. Cut loose.
Personally, if those reports about Mac Jones going at number 3, I'm not sure who's pushing that because Mac Jones was still going to be there at number 12. But, basically, it's going to be, probably Fields or Lance because even though they have Sam Darnold, we don't know what's going to happen to that situation. So we will see what happens when it comes to that pick because it is true, in the 4 seasons, like one of the things that Kyle Shanahan, and this is just Shanahan, not John Lynch or the brass, is that, he put too much faith in believing because of his history that he can develop any quarterback. And finally, Kyle Shanahan has realized Russell Wilson, is a small dude who can run around and he wins games. Kyler Murray, he's still very young. He had a good 2020 season. We'll see down the road. So when you have quarterbacks like that in your division, Matthew Stafford, I'm not even going to talk about him because, Rudy and his Rams, he can talk all the smack he wants, but
Rudy. Oh,
yeah. Anyway, so to get back to the point is that, you do have to get a quarterback that's able to run around, what today's modern NFL quarterbacks have to do because, in today's NFL, with Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady, who are not mobile, can they, fit in this system? Plus, you look at all the old coaches, like probably Bill Belichick, the league has changed. You look at all the coaches. You got McVay and LaFleur. Now you have the Jets who are running the Shanahan system, and Shanahan, he's the guy, and then you look at all the other head coaches, so it's very different. More teams are investing offensive coaches than defense before because the way the game has changed. So if Justin Fields is drafted, I believe that Kyle Shanahan will develop him and make sure he's ready in case, because Jimmy Garoppolo, unfortunately, right now, I cannot say anymore that he's going to be the guy because that guy could be traded tomorrow. He could be traded at the draft. He can be cut. We don't know anymore until finally John Lynch, silence and figures out what he wants to do with Garoppolo. So whoever he's going to go behind, you have to have a quarterback, to develop these guys because I can tell you right now, if it's, Zach Wilson, Fields, or Lance, they're better upgrades on backup to whoever is going to be there. Because now I cannot say Garoppolo, whoever is going to be there, because the Beathard and Mullins, really, so Kyle Shanahan better start to realize that, hey, if you have another bad year, I don't really care that they gave you a big contract. They should fire you. The same thing with John Lynch. You had 4 years to make this team competitive, 4 years in a row. And when you have 3 losing seasons out of 4, that's the reason why fans are sick and tired of saying quarterback, quarterback, quarterback. Shanahan should have addressed that situation when he was a rookie coach. Now it took him 5 years to realize, you know what? I think I have to draft one of these quarterbacks like Josh Allen, because I think Josh Allen is a quarterback that he's looking for because he's able to run. He has good accuracy. I heard a report that's saying that Kyle Shanahan is willing to sacrifice what he believes on his play sheet as long as that running quarterback has a good throw and accuracy. So that's hopefully one of these three quarterbacks. Like if they do draft Mac Jones, you could have waited to number 12. So they better get it right, because at the end of the day, no one's talking about it. We did give up 2 future first-round picks. And the 49ers, since I can remember, I don't ever think they've ever done that.
No, it's something to think about. And you're also talking about something that's deeply ingrained. Mike and his dad, Mike and Kyle, they'll probably put their heads together and figure out something. But it's going to be tough to teach those old dogs new tricks. We'll see what happens, though, because they believe in their system to the point, John, where they'll argue with anybody that they can make what they want work. They've had too much success with it. Also, they've been to the Super Bowl one time in that 4 years, which probably tells Jed they know what they're doing. And last year, had it not been for serious injuries, which was the biggest part of what happened last year, maybe they don't have such a disastrous year. So I don't know about counting it as being one of the worst, or one of the years that had anything to do with Shanahan and Lynch. But we'll see. Because we're running out of time, John. John, we'll be back Tuesday, though.
All right, Rumble. I'll see you on Tuesday. Just like always, it's Niners all day.
All day. Thanks, John. Have a good night, fam. And is it JMJP 10G? It's Wilson. They're not gonna let him go to New York. JMJ, thanks for having the contribution. Yeah, maybe. I tell you what, though, it's. Niners 7-18. What's up? Mac Jones is it. Oh, Mac's already got fans. It's the type that eats, sleeps football. His mind is Peyton-esque. Scouts are saying is a machine with computer processing. Oh, that's an endorsement. And oh God, and if you call Rudy's name, it's like he takes it as a page. He comes running to the front desk and he says, I've been here 4 years. Niners usually in last. Lynch and Kyle are so desperate they put their hopes in a quarterback they don't even know which quarterback will drop to them. Why do we let Rudy in here for what reason? I'm trying to okay. JMJP, Wilson looks like a younger Jimmy G. It's gonna be thanks for those contributions, guys. Hey Tom.
Ronbo!
Tom.
What's happening?
Tom, I have a feeling that, the chatter, if Mac Jones, if something is clear in everybody's mind that the Jets are talking trash and they are inevitably going to get Wilson, which is probably one of those generational guys like Mahomes, that the 49ers are going to have to make a choice between the latter of what's left in this draft, right? But the 49ers know that, right? They know that there's, unless Bobby Saleh's not going to go say, hey guys, listen, on the down low, don't tell anybody I told you this, but we're not going for Zach. We're keeping Darnold. We're not going for Zach in the second round. So go ahead. Do you know that didn't happen? So I'm wondering, what are the Jets doing and what's going on? But what do you, otherwise?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, I think they know what Saleh's doing. That's just my hunch, but I could be wrong. Because that's why I think they traded up so far. Because I just don't see the Fields as a fit for them, nor Lance. I like Trey Lance, but I think he's only 20 years old. Did you know that?
Yeah, and I just found out on Taryn's mock draft. I had no idea he was only 20.
But
that means he was a teenager last year.
Jesus. And who says we're not going to trade up for Lawrence, too? Can you imagine Lawrence on the Niners? Holy shit.
What would Tom, what would it take? It would take more to get Lawrence than it would to get. Well, maybe not as much. Well, you can get over in Texas. You can actually get Deshaun probably for less than he used to be. But thing is, you got to give up whatever draft picks you have for the next 5 to 6 years, and maybe, just maybe, they would consider it. And they say, all right, you guys go ahead and take it. And we'll see what we can do to get Zach. You know, it'd be funny, but you'd have to gut the roster, future, and they'd ask for Fred and Jimmy. They'd go on and on. I mean, Fred and
because Lawrence,
go ahead.
Because Lawrence has had successful, but how many 4 years, and he was like the legendary in high school. But Wilson's had really good 1 year, good. Yeah. But I can see he's got talent. They're calling him Steve Young 2.0.
Yeah.
And he's had shoulder surgery, too.
I just found out about that the other day. Was that you who told me that? Who told me that the other day? Oh, I didn't know about that.
I'm not sure.
Quarterbacks get hurt. People need to understand that's the most vulnerable position on the field. They're going to get hurt. Not always going to be serious, hopefully, but they're going to get hurt. That's just, you're sitting there, you're blind. You're focusing on the receiver. The only thing you can depend on is your offensive line to make sure these guys don't hit you at 90 miles an hour. But it is a dangerous job.
I'm sorry, whoever said Lawrence is a bust, he's not. You're smoking. You're a smoking rock, man.
I've seen that more than once too. People just be saying stuff, Tom. Don't, you know what? Don't even pay any attention.
But I don't know. I think. Who do you see? I guess he's going Fields maybe, just because they Shanahan has kind of a relation. Yeah, they know each other.
I kind of actually agree it's going to be Lance, just because Lance may have Fields. He is Kaepernick 2.0. I saw him. He tuck and run a little too quickly as soon as the receivers. But somebody said Ohio State's offense is a little gimmicky. It takes a little time for receivers routes to develop. Well, why would I develop that kind of offense? And he'll take off and run.
Oh yeah.
And Shanahan doesn't really like that. He wants you to focus on his offense and do what you're going to do. His philosophy is there's always somebody open. So if you're out there running around, it's going to bother him.
So if we get Fields, does that mean Garoppolo's gone?
No, probably Lance and Fields both. It means Garoppolo more than likely is definitely going to stay. Those guys are going to need.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, those guys are going to need.
I'm cool with that. Yeah. And it's probably maybe they're trying to light a fire under Jimmy G's ass or something to compete, and just like
I agree.
Rodgers did this year. Rodgers balled out this year.
Right. Rodgers, also Wentz. It's not unheard of for somebody to pick a quarterback in the first round and not start him unless you have to. Mm-hmm. And like you said, Green Bay was a Super Bowl contender. You're bringing the other kid to sit because Rodgers is like pissing Green Bay off even as we speak about something that just went on the other day. So, you got to have that guy kid ready. The 49ers cannot wait until Jimmy's contract expires to go get a quarterback. This was going to happen. I didn't know they were going to trade up in the first round to get one, but they were going to get a quarterback this year no matter what.
And why do people keep saying we're giving up 3 round picks? We're not giving up 3. We swapped 1 for a better one, and we have 2 that we gave away for the future.
I know.
And the Lambs, the stupid-ass Lambs gave up 4 for a bum.
That's what the Rams do.
Come on, man.
They think that's the answer. Go get give up all your picks. What I don't understand about the Detroit, the Rams don't have any immediate picks. You got to wait for Jesus Christ till the next presidential election or Olympics before you can even think about another pick.
Yeah, that's like a high school kid about going into high school, and then he's going to be a senior 4 years. High school, college, whatever.
Before you can even cash in.
Lord.
Why do I want that?
Oh, they gave me a nickname, by the way.
What is it?
John from the the 49ers Ultimate Report. He's calling me the Lambs Killer. Because I was talking about.
You called Tom, we gotta go though. We're out of time. We'll be back Tuesday. And no telling what's going to happen between now and then. I think every day's going to have kind of news on it now. My God, it's getting
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't, and I'm not sure if they're done trading up. Maybe they'll trade up to number 2, but
Or one.
I don't know. Yeah, but please
All
don't
right.
give away. Do not give Warner away. That's just retarded.
Well, to go to number 1, you have to give up Warner and our fabulous edge rusher, Nick. Anyway, we'll see you
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Okay. All right. Have
All right.
a good one.
All right, fam.
See you later.
All right. Robert Slavin says 49ers trade Fred to move us. Just as we just said it. Robert Slavin, no, we're not giving up Fred. No. Thanks for the contribution, though. And Big Bad Brad out with the old, in with the gold. Super Bowl 56? 51. Oh, yeah, that's right. Excuse me, my Roman numerals. Big Brad, thanks for the contribution. And here comes Shay. Shay, come on in.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Shay, man, we're just sitting back here watching. You know, now, between now and draft night, the notifications on the phone are something you don't want to, like, you have to keep that on even while you're sleeping, man, because these dudes be doing deals 24 hours a day and sudden mind-boggling things. But Shay, what are you thinking here? Who's the guy in the draft?
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, I think it's Justin Fields. I just think that the QB collective thing is just too much to ignore. I know a caller said earlier that it's nothing, but I feel like it is something. I feel like, immediately when you go on the website, Justin Fields is there. They even released a tweet saying one day one of these coaches could be drafting you. So I honestly do think it might be Fields. But either whoever it is, I trust Kyle Shanahan. I mean, if it's Mac Jones, I wouldn't like that because I just felt like you could have gotten him at 7 or 8 and maybe not give an additional first-round pick.
One first-round pick, right, would have been enough. Yeah.
Right. Instead of going to go like a 2023, you would have given him like, this year's first, next year's first. That would have been enough to move up to like 6 or 7 before the Panthers. But whatever. I mean, even if it is Mac Jones, I trust Kyle more than anyone. And whoever he gets, I just know whoever the quarterback is, I just think that the 49ers had enough information to make this move this early so they know who it is. So if the Jets take Zach Wilson, it was never Zach Wilson. It was always whoever the guy is at 3 who they wanted all along.
They've been trying to make this move for weeks, though, Shay. Did you notice that? You see, you read that? Yeah, they've been trying to make this move for weeks. That was kept quiet. So the 49ers are amazing at keeping things quiet.
Yeah. Absolutely. They do a great job. But I mean, even like I just felt like, I had a hunch that like, I had a gut feeling that the Niners were just like, they were going to look for other options. Just the whole Stanford thing. I know they were in on that. They like to keep things in house, but I know Kyle and John are going to go to the Alabama Pro Day, and Adam Peters and other
John and Kyle are going to that. Adam Peters.
Yeah, John and Kyle
they're all going to Bama.
No. Adam Peters is going to go with other front off. No, Adam Peters is going to Ohio State's Pro Day on Tuesday to go see Fields and another. I forgot. I don't know if it's Parag, but it's somebody else. And then John and Kyle are going to go to Alabama's Pro Day to go see Mac Jones and whoever else throw.
John and Kyle.
I thought so too. Actually, well, I thought Mac Jones had already thrown, but no, I guess not. They're going to go visit. So. I just think that the 49ers are doing their due diligence, man. I really do think that they should be looking at everybody, at all prospects. I mean, they're getting yelled at for not, for passing on Mahomes and Watson, and now that they're actually, looking at all these quarterbacks, it's a problem. And the fan base are like, no, we don't want Mac Jones. I mean, like I said, I would prefer Fields. Fields is a good quarterback. He is the most accurate quarterback in this draft. Last year, it wasn't close. Pro Football Focus. From every death percentage yards, he was the most accurate. From 0 to 10, from 10 to 20, and from 30 to 40, he was by far the most accurate. It wasn't close. So, the Ohio State offense really just was really bad. It's a terrible offense. It's a wide receiver option offense. Whatever coverage is in, the wide receivers get to make an adjustment depending, and so that's why he has to look and wave off sometimes, or he'll look at the whole read and wait for the wide receiver to break, whether they're going to run an out or a slant or a post. So it's not like a pre-script plan. It's just whatever's on the fly. in Ohio State, which I think is a terrible offense. If they didn't have any other quarterback, I don't even think Ohio would have been made it anywhere this year if they didn't have Fields and his mobility. So,
Yeah, usually
but
Ohio's all about that edge rush. So yeah, it's true defense. So,
yeah, exactly. So, but like I said, Rumble, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I trust Kyle. Whoever, if Jimmy's still here, I trust him. Whatever happens, happens. So that's just how I'm taking it. Kyle, ain't nobody gonna tell Kyle he's gonna run his scheme. He knows the guys that he likes, and it might not be as far gone conclusion as we always thought, because everybody was picking the big three wide receivers last year, and Ayuk came out of nowhere. I ain't listening to anybody who said, "Oh, I called Ayuk." No, you didn't, man. Everybody was on the big three: CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, or Henry Ruggs. Those are the ones. But then Kyle got his guy.
I wanted Ruggs so bad, and Kyle ignored me and everybody else and went down and got Ayuk.
Right. I wanted Ruggs too.
Except for Cool Whip. He did actually he was on here, and in his mock draft, he said, I didn't even know what he was talking about when he said Ayuk. I didn't know what is an Ayuk?
Yeah, I heard about Ayuk, but I said, this guy might be like a later second round guy, maybe. But I didn't think he was going to go back in the first round, and I was like, okay, but Kyle got his guy, man, so.
Yeah. And he looks good.
I was more of Ruggs or Justin Jefferson.
You got
He
does.
He does.
He looks
Rumble.
good, yeah. So
I trust Kyle. Yeah. But, no, we got to go. But, all right, Ronbo, thanks for see you Tuesday.
Yeah, be back Tuesday, Shay. Looking for you. All right, fam.
All right, brother. Shout out to all my TNT guys, Lee, Rome, Cali Bill, all my guys, Trey, Big Show, Jerry Fresh, all those guys, Ronbo, all my TNT, Denise. Got a shout out, Will, probably. Yeah. But all right, Ronbo, take it easy, brother.
All right, fam. You too. Looking for you later.
All right. Man.
And speaking of 49ers Ultimate Report, is Tommy Huxley, a.k.a. The Limps. Oh, by the way, somebody was saying that Bama has 2 pro days. So we got it. You don't need to continue to post that. And Tommy Huxley says, I'm the Lambs killer because I own Rudy every night. People take turns. Rudy's like the bus. We all get to do him. Here he is back again. Ride that, Rudy. Right, Rubble. You're my dude. Just got to keep it real. And Kyle has shown his horrible trying to develop young QBs, Mullins, Beathard, Jimmy. I can't wait. Comedy go. But answer me this, Rudy. With all that misery that you're speaking of, why do we continue to beat up on your team? You would think, with all those shortcomings, that you guys would be owning the 49ers. Hey, Don.
Ronbo.
Don, come on in.
Hey, what's up?
Don, we're looking at the draft.
It's been a minute, man. I
just realized.
Been gone for a while.
More than a year, I think, because I haven't seen that name in forever.
Oh yeah, it been way. I've been still sick from the Super Bowl, Ronbo. I ain't gonna even lie. I was sick. I always tell you when I get on here, man. I was born in '92, and every time I get to the Super Bowl, they'll say, "You ain't never seen a 49er Super Bowl. You never." So it's just.
And there it was.
But when that third pick came up Friday while I was at work, man, it's just exciting. I had to talk about it. And with me, I'm a film guru. I like to watch film. I don't watch highlights. So this is why I want to just come in and break it down for everybody on the show and let them know about the quarterbacks or whatever what we'll be working with.
Go right ahead.
So I think this Ronbo, I got a friend. He's a Jets fan. He's a diehard Jets fan. And honestly, you might not believe this. They love Sam. Jets fans love Sam Darnold. They know it's the team that's bad. So. If they're not taking Panay, they probably will take Sewell, but they won't take him there too. They're probably going to trade out of that. I think they might swap with someone, get some picks, but they won't try to go low because I don't think they want the Bengals to beat them out for them. So the only person I can see them trying to trade would probably be Atlanta or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but as for the prospects, Zach, Fields, and Trey Lance, this is me personally, Ronbo. Like I said, I watch film. I don't watch highlights because, like I said, highlights don't always show the good plays. I think the best people for our system is either Trey Lance or Justin Fields. Me personally, either one of those picks, I'm happy. This is what I don't like about Zach Wilson, and this everybody's golden boy. I watch him. He doesn't make a lot of pocket-ish passes, I want to say that all the passes he makes he's rolled out the pocket. They roll him out the pocket to give him space, or he just got a clean block. He just got a clean pocket. No one's near him, and he's throwing the ball everywhere. With me watching Fields and watching Lance, what I loved about them, Ronbo, they stayed in the pocket. So I don't know who tells you that the first thing they do is drop their heads and run. Fields drop his eyes and run. No, Fields sticks in longer than even Lance. But I'm going to get to Lance next. Fields, he sits in the pocket. I watched him. He had a bad game against, I won't say Northwestern. It's just because he was rusty, COVID. He had one against Alabama just because at Alabama they have the athletes like that. And but anyway, back to Fields. Fields, Ronbo, from watching him, the instincts, him and Trey Lance have the pocket instincts. Like you never had to tell them. Like when they felt the pressure, they just stepped in the pocket. They don't run. They didn't do none of that unless they just had nothing. Then they ran. But in Lance's case, I would say Lance actually takes off and run before Fields would even run. He would take off and run way before Fields would from watching them, from watching their film. I watched a lot of their film because especially since we got this third pick, just because I think that they might be on our team. So Lance actually breaks off and runs way before Fields. But like I said, I love how Fields, he stands in the pocket. He makes throws with bodies around him. He goes through his progressions. Like, people say, like, he goes through them slow, he stands down. No, he don't. He don't do none of this. Some plays he do get caught, but, there's stuff that he can get out of. It ain't nothing like how, like, Jim, I feel like Jim and them, they've been in here too long, though, stare down receivers. Like, I feel like he stares the receiver down, and the receiver just get open, but 9 times out of 10, he just stand him down and pull the face over. He was going to go the other way. But if it looks so good while he's standing him down, he still just throw it. But in Lance's case, this is what I love about Lance, and they probably don't say this enough, Ronbo. He's 20 years old, yes. But what they didn't say, Lance runs his offense. He don't have a speaker in his helmet. He's out there calling the protections and stuff. So they don't say that enough about Lance. So I feel like
he's got a good head for the game.
Lance yeah. So, and he's 20 years old. Like you said, he's 20 years old, and he runs his offense. That's spectacular. You know what I'm saying, Ronbo?
Yeah, and because they're saying that he hasn't got enough football under his belt. Where do you get that kind of wherewithal and moxie, I wonder? Why do they say that about him?
He does all that on his own. And as for, like, them saying, like, the pro day stuff, Kyle going to the pro days, they go to the pro days, but guess what, Ronbo? They also went to Clemson pro day. We don't have a chance in here to get Trevor Lawrence, but they went to his pro day.
They were just spending the company money, spending the night in that area and doing all that other stuff, eating up thousands of dollars worth of food. But hey, Don,
exactly.
That's a lot of enlightenment, Don. I really like that. Let's, if you get time, get back here. We'll be back Tuesday. Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure, Ronbo.
Good to hear from you.
I'm gonna try to get back in here, back up in this thing, man.
Yeah,
been too long.
You remind me of Stevie from Florida. Stevie's always got lots of inside stuff. All right, man. See you then.
All right, see you, Ronbo.
All right, man. Night. And Big Bad Brad says, a hypothetical. If we had the number 1 pick, would you go for Lawrence? Yeah, you gotta. Lawrence does look. I mean, I watched a few games. I just want to know what it is, right? Because when you guys number 1, I want to know what it is. Yeah, he looks a lot larger than charged out there, I must say. But then, well, you know what? A lot of guys look like that. Let's see what he looks like when he gets to the league. Wilson, or do you? And he says, do you have another personal favorite in Ronbo we trust? Man, I don't really. You know what? I got to think about that for a minute. Between the two, I kind of like Lance because I enjoy when he does bust out of that pocket. He's coming out of there like a freight train. I kind of was amused by that. And I seen him running down the field, and he broke downfield because he got a lot of speed, right? He broke downfield, and this one poor dude was the last man standing. You could tell he wanted nothing to do with Lance. And Lance did abuse him anyway. I said, oh, this guy's fun. Okay, maybe. We'll see. Chill, Phil. Come on in, Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Phil, man, we're just sitting here going over the possible picks, and Don just said that maybe that Donald is going to stay in New York, and maybe they're going to trade out of that number 2 spot. So I don't know about Wilson.
Well, they are the Jets.
Yeah.
They are the Jets. Just remember that.
Says it
No
all
matter
right there.
if Saleh is there or not, they are the Jets. And so it wouldn't be the first time they disappoint their fans on draft day. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I doubt it, honestly. I think Zach Wilson's going to number 2. I think Trey Lance is the guy. I can't see Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones' floor is Jimmy Garoppolo. His ceiling is Jimmy Garoppolo. So why would you do it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, Fields, the problem with Fields, he doesn't make decisions quickly. So you're talking about, the argument against Jimmy. And the other thing with Fields, he turns the ball over. And nothing irritates Kyle more than throwing a pick or doing something like that, turning the ball over. So, Fields made some big turnovers in some big games. The one against Clemson comes to mind when he was.
That's the championship game?
The game was on the line, yeah. So, those kind of turnovers won't sit well with Kyle. Trey Lance is a project. He doesn't have a lot of experience. He's a big kid. He's young. He's got a strong arm. He's got all the tools. He just doesn't have any experience. And that's why I think the Niners are going to hang on to Jimmy. Honestly, I think it's going to be a project for Trey Lance. You start Jimmy maybe 1, maybe 2 years, and then you turn it over to Lance.
Yeah.
It's
Provided
not
he's ready to get it.
unprecedented. I mean, look at what KC did with Mahomes. They moved up to get Mahomes. They had Alex Smith there. They kept Alex for a year, and then they traded him to Washington after KC made the playoffs, and Alex Smith's value was up. And so they got a better deal for Alex to Washington. So, I mean,
these guys got to come into the
happened
league.
in the past.
And you're right, Phil. These guys got to come into the league. They look like awesome. They look like just their own college. And then when they get in the NFL, suddenly they look normal, average, good, but nothing
a little bit
special.
worried about Jimmy Psycho right now. I mean, that can't be good, but he's got to be a professional about it.
But nothing seems to faze him. You notice how he doesn't go through a lot of emotional, even on the field, he doesn't seem to go through a lot of emotional ups and downs unless you miss one of his passes, and you'll see him grit his teeth.
It's up to him because he can resurrect his career by having a great year this year, and then his value's up. He's going to go to some other team and get a big contract.
Sure.
So,
yeah. He's got to stay up somehow. But you know what? He's got so many things going on around him now. I can't see him failing. It's like somebody said in the chat, you or I could go out there and quarterback that team the way they've got it set up right now and do well.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is this trade was really risky. You've got players up there that haven't had a lot of experience.
I thought about that
and
a
you
lot.
give up 3 first rounds to get this guy. When you draft him, you're going to have 3 first rounds and a third invested in him. And I did some research going back to 2007. The reason I stopped in 2007, I hit Jamarcus Russell and I said, "Oh, there's the biggest busted quarterback ever." But I looked at the numbers, and there was 12 quarterbacks that made franchise, that were franchise quarterbacks since 2007, and there was 24 busts.
Easily.
So almost 2/3 of the quarterbacks drafted in the first round were busts.
And they look like absolute hell in school. And I always say, let's see what happens when he gets to the big boys league. Okay, he looks wonderful out there now. Let's see. That's what I'm saying. Like you're saying, you use that capital and you get another kid that adds to that number you just mentioned. Another guy who just can't cut it.
Yeah. And I think Trey Lance has the biggest upside by far. I mean, he's a big kid, strong arm, can run, he can do it all. Mac Jones ran a 4.85 40 at his pro day.
I didn't know he was that fast, actually.
He's pulling a trailer. I mean, I think I can run that fast.
He looks slower though. 4'8". I'm shocked
Yeah.
actually. He looked like a Tom Brady kind of guy. His body doesn't look like it's
Yeah.
ready. He doesn't look like he works out. Mac is, but man, he can throw that ball though. I got to give him credit for that. Phil, we're gonna run out of time though.
Look at the receivers he
I
had
know.
there to help him.
What's the McKichi? I mean, something like that. Waddle. Smith. I said, Jesus Christ! Look at that arsenal.
Yeah, and the guys before that were Rudd and what's his name that went to Denver last year. So I mean, they've had. I mean, Alabama is the best of everything. So you got to put that.
All right, guys. I've got no control. The production's going to cut you off. If it's not me, I just want you to know. I'm sorry. So if you get cut off, it means we had to go. Shabazz, what? I remember Shabazz forever.
Ronbo.
Shabazz, I take it you're driving.
Yeah, I am. I just put my headphones in. What's happening, baby?
We're looking at the draft coming up, and wondering what's going to happen here. You figure the 49ers gave up all them draft picks. They must have a plan. Or, like I said, they'll settle for anybody that's left after pick number 2, which is a little weird to be giving up all them first-round picks. You couldn't have given them a 2 at least? You could give them one first round and a second round? You got to give up all that?
Listen, Ronbo, I couldn't wait to sink my teeth in this conversation because
jump in there.
This whole thing is so deja vu to me. Listen, now the Empire. Y'all are right on the head. Y'all hitting it, okay? I'm going to go back further than 07. I'm going to go back to 05. I cried. I pulled my teeth. I wanted Aaron Rodgers. Everybody said, well, it's because he sat behind Favre. We'll never know. We took Smith. Aaron Rodgers and Frank Gore, the Hall of Famers out of 05. Let's go back more recent. Fast forward to Solid T. I told everybody.
Same here.
The best quarterback in this draft name is Patrick Mahomes. They said the same thing Phil said. Well, he needs to sit a year. He needs to do this. I said, listen, the best quarterback in this draft is Patrick Mahomes. Well, looks like we know who the Hall of Famer in that draft class was. It's Patrick Mahomes, the only sure and lock right now. Been to 2 Super Bowls, won one, whatever. The best quarterback in this draft right now, Ronbo, listen to me, is Trey Lance. That's why they didn't go to his pro day. This is why they playing possum. Like you said, last year, you didn't know who Ayuk was. They playing possum because they hopes he's going to be there. I agree with you, okay? I admit I ain't been the biggest Jimmy fan. Sit that boy 1 year behind Jimmy, just 1 year behind Jimmy. Just like Cap said, 1 year behind Alex. And that boy is going to be something special. Not only because, here's the thing. Everybody says, well, he runs too early. That's just it. Don't sit there and wait. He goes through his reads. The 49ers offense has always, the last time we won the Super Bowl under the first Shanahan, been predicated around somebody that could move. Steve could move, okay? This offense will collect half of his points off the breakdown. Can you imagine Kittle, Ayuk, or Debo open and this boy buying one extra second time? It's over. You're talking about 38 points a game. It's going to remind you of 88, 89. If we get Trey Lance, I'm going on a limb. He is the best quarterback in this draft, just like Mahomes. I'm telling you. And I agree, Justin Fields can be, but like you said, the boy turned the ball over a little bit too much. Shanahan might like him, but the hidden gem in this draft is Trey Lance. It's Trey Lance. I've watched, I've studied, I've obsessed, okay? We are all obsessed because, number one, we're 49er fans, and we're out of our mind. You see what I'm saying? But it's Lance. I'm telling everybody, and I've been telling everybody. I'm afraid that if Wilson or Fields is there, Shanahan might take Wilson to Fields. But the best, just like Mahomes, how he did, you guys took, 7, 8 quarterbacks before Mahomes? I bet you we all wish we could go back. And nothing against Solly T. I mean,
plenty of things against Solly T. You knew it was the wrong move. I knew it was the wrong move. Lots of us knew that was the wrong move.
We did, but you know what? The boy he had a hard knock. His sister. I feel sad for him. Who could focus after something that terrible? We got to still just let our humanity take over. But I knew.
Shabazz?
Please.
Oh, there you
And
go.
when Kansas City took him, I knew that Kansas City was going to do what they do. So we got to get Lance. He's the best. He's the best. And Shanahan did the right thing by not going. And I hope he's in Salah's ear, and I hope Salah takes Zach Wilson. I ain't got nothing against Zach Wilson, but like what a caller said earlier, just a little too hype for me. Sometimes you can't knock people from small schools. I know a great guy that went at number 16 or 17 from a school called Mississippi Valley, and he's the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah.
So don't knock small schools.
No,
Don't knock small
they come in
schools.
with a chip on their shoulder anyway. Yes.
Exactly, but the best thing is not a project. Just sit him 1 year behind Jimmy, or if Jimmy get hurt, like how Alex got hurt, and he'll be ready. I say he needs a half a year. You don't need a whole year in Shannon's system.
Yeah, a little.
Just a half a year in
Get
the
some
system.
seasoning. Yeah. Get used to the players.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Because can you imagine? Listen, and it's not going to be Mac Jones. Everybody talking about Mac Jones. Have you lost your mind? They're not going to draft no Mac Jones. They're not going to do that. You talking about Shanahan? He knows this. You mentioned it earlier too, Ronbo. What he did with RG3 his rookie year before he got hurt. Okay, yeah, his dad liked to do the traditional, but the way, and here's who's going to benefit the most. And I'll get off this phone.
Yeah,
Because
we're running out of time. Go ahead, real quick.
Juice, Mostert, and Wilson, because now our running backs all turn to threats, all out the pass game with a quarter. You talking about the check down? Do you remember Steve and Ricky Waters in the check down?
Oh,
So
yeah.
when you got a quarterback just moving a little bit more, or think about Frankie Gore and Kaepernick in the check down, and he's dumping it off to Juice, Mostert, and Wilson.
Yeah.
Hey, 38 a game. I'm going on the limb. I love y'all now in the Empire. I'm Trey Lance all the way.
Shabazz, good to hear from you again. Long time no hear from you. And yeah, all right. Put you down for TL. All right, fam. Have a great evening.
All right, fam.
Yeah.
Yep. Peace.
And, all right. And we go to Santana.
Ronbo, how you doing?
Santana, doing all right, man. This is going to that time of truth. What is going to happen on draft night? Shabazz just pointed out something I hadn't thought about. You know how they do. The 49ers, they lay low and they make high-profile appearances at certain places. Never take that seriously. It's where they don't go is where you should be paying attention. I didn't know that the 49ers skipped on Trey Lance. Funny. The 49ers have changed tactics, though. Shabazz caught it, and I bet a lot of the NFL brass caught it, too. But go ahead. What do you think, Santana?
I think we're gonna be the spotlight from here on until draft day. We're for sure making the headlines in every single sports center and stuff like that. But it'd be a shame if all that hype to get Mac Jones. You know what I'm saying?
They will get talked about really badly. You're right.
Oh, bro, Ronbo, I'm gonna tell you what right now. If we pick up Mac Jones, we're gonna be the laughing stock of the NFL, dude. And everybody sitting down in the couch, watching the TV. I think we're gonna have the same face we had in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? We get Mac Jones.
And the grades, and you know how all the networks like to give out the grades for the draft day, and the 49ers did really well. But they fail because of their first-round pick of Mac Jones. Because, the 49ers get all these great picks behind it. So that drops their grade down to a D because of first-round pick Mac Jones and all the collateral they gave up.
Ronbo, Jimmy G is 10 times better than Mac Jones. 100 times better than Mac Jones. Jimmy G at his worst is Mac Jones' best. Come on, dude.
Mac
this
Jones
guy
got some
had
great weapons over at Bama. My
yeah.
God, how do you miss?
Yeah, dude. Come on, Ronbo. And not only that, but a good system, and good defense, good O-line, good wide receivers.
Bama football.
Nah, dude.
They put those teams together. Everybody that's good in America wants to go to Bama.
Yeah, you're going to get a job in the NFL 100%, So, but for me, Ronbo, I think, I heard something about John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan going to Mac Jones pro day. That kind of concerns me, if that's what they're all about,
In fact, It shouldn't.
because
That's another high-profile BS move. They're not interested in Mac Jones. You would think so because of the fact that that's what they seem to like. Shanahan seems to like. But if they made sure everybody's seen them, they're not picking Mac Jones.
yeah, I mean, and let me tell you something, Ron. But for me, I've been saying this. Justin Fields is the guy. This guy has he has all the physical abilities. He might need to just tighten up a little bit, but I mean, just like any quarterback that's going in the top 5 or top 10, they need to sit sit in the bench for a year, redshirt, and get some more experience. But I mean, Justin Fields, I see the guy having more upside than anybody else in the draft. To be honest, I like Trey Lance, but Justin Fields is. I've seen some of Justin Fields. He stays in the pocket a little bit longer, and he reminds me a little bit of Russell Wilson, Ronbo, when I see him. So I mean,
he's got that.
I mean, for my guy is Justin Fields.
Yeah, he's got that
Who
cut
do
your
you
throat
like,
ability like
Ronbo?
Wilson. I'm amused by Trey Lance. I've not watched enough games like some of you guys have, so I'm not sure. But I like Lance of what I've seen him. I kind of enjoy when he runs out of that pocket and dudes are getting knocked down like a fullback hit him. I find that amusing.
I wouldn't be
said,
mad.
Damn, this dude.
I wouldn't be mad, Ronbo. That guy is 6'4", 230 pounds. He's a monster, and he has a cannon too. So
he's gonna get bigger.
And 20 years old.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah. So, yeah, he's a monster. But yeah, Ronbo, I mean, hopefully the managers make the right move. Don't stay away from Mac Jones. And I just can't believe they're going to Mac Jones Pro Day, man. I mean,
I feel good about that.
So.
It's like I said, if they didn't show up at Bama's Pro Day, then you need to be scared. I don't think they're picking Mac Jones.
I mean, come on, Ronbo. I mean, it's Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson. Why would they need to throw any smoke screen? They're picking
That's
third.
the way they do it every year, Santana. Nobody talked about Ayuk? Javon Kinlaw was probably always in the mix, but man, who is Ayuk? And now that we see him, damn, now I know what he is. That boy can play. So whoever they pick is probably going to be somebody you'll probably be happy with. I don't know if it's going to be Fields or Lance or who.
Yeah, for sure. But those guys
go ahead.
Well, like those guys, I think they're X Factor players. Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields. Zach Wilson is good, but I don't know. He seems small to me. I don't know if like a hit or two. I don't know how healthy he'll be, but he's a stud though. Zach Wilson, man, I'm gonna tell you that. He's 6'2". I think he's 220 or 210. But still, though, I mean, those three guys are X Factor players. So if we get one of those players, man, we're good. But stay away from Mac Jones,
Santana's guys following it. Santana, we gotta go.
I'm gonna lose my head if we go Mac Jones. All right, man.
Don't worry, you're gonna have a whole company of people with you. All right, fam. We gotta go.
Right,
We'll see you Tuesday, okay?
All right, man. You have a good one.
You too. The 49ers, you just look at Mac Jones and you look at C.J. Beathard, you just figure, there's a Kyle guy. Big Bad Brad says, do we draft Troy Warner and line him up with the brother Fred? The Warner brothers, we still have 7-8 picks in this year's draft. The Warner brothers. Can you imagine dude laying down on the floor on the field in a heap, and that was a Warner Brothers production. Really gotta have a shirt, Warner Brothers production. 49ers Ultimate Report said Trey Lance is the biggest risk, but the reward will be great if Kyle can develop him. There you go. Thanks for the contribution too, guys. Bobo says, I say draft Trey Lance. He's only 20, a perfect age to sit and learn behind Jimmy for a few years. And if Jimmy gets hurt, we get to see what we get sooner. Yeah, I tell you, man, it's going to be, wow. I really don't think it's going to be Mac Jones. He would.
Take your time.
Tony. Hello, Tony. Can you hear me? Tony?
Hey, Ronbo, how are you?
Tony, doing great, man. I'm sitting here laughing about people scared about Mac Jones.
Yeah. I still think y'all taking Trey Lance like we were talking about last night.
I think you're right, too.
But look at this scenario, Ronbo. You guys going on that Super Bowl run. You got your players back, your offensive line, your defensive line, your linebackers. You draft Trey Lance, let him send. Shanahan's going to break him in from scratch as far as learning that system. He's 20 years old, while Garoppolo does his thing and learns from Jimmy too. So you got this year, 2021, and 2022, your Super Bowl runs. And then I think Trey Lance is going to take over. That's just my thought.
No, and it makes sense. You don't have to pay Jimmy an exorbitant contract because Trey Lance will be in his second year, and they got 3 years to go. Well, 2 years before they have to really get serious about making a payment on him. If he's the real deal, then Jimmy says goodbye. Trey Lance takes over the 49ers. If things go right, they at least pick up the one ring, and Lance comes on the year after. So you're right. It does look like a plan.
He's a baller, man. Look at some more of his tape. He is a baller. He is who I wanted the Falcons to get, but I don't want us to get a quarterback, as you know. I want us to trade down. But Lance is the right stuff, man. He is. And the way you guys are going to bring him in slowly, by the time he takes over, he's going to have y'all system down packed.
Yeah, because if he can come in and learn quickly or learn efficiently and start developing chemistry with the guys, yeah, I tell you, I was amused by him busting out of that pocket. If I'm a cornerback going no more than 205, I'm going to do that shoestring tackle. So it makes the coach think I was giving it a shot. But stay low. Stay low now. Stay low. Because you'll get hurt.
And they're going to have to teach him. They're going to have to teach him on this professional level not to run as much. Because if you saw his tape, he ran a lot at North Dakota State.
I did. That's why I was amused. And I got a kick out of people trying to stop him. That's a big
Congratulations of getting Mohamed Sanu back. Ronbo, I think that was a brilliant move. He's going to make the team. He's going to take over Kendrick Bourne's spot, which is what he did in Atlanta. As the 2, but he'll be the 3 with you guys.
Was he the slot guy in Atlanta? He was, wasn't he? What was
Taylor?
He
was the 2.
It was Taylor. Oh,
Taylor Gabriel was the 3. He was the 3. But with you guys, I think Sanu's going to be the 3, which what Kendrick Bourne was, right?
Yeah. And
he's going to take Kendrick Bourne because you got Ayuk and Debo as your 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if one of them gets healthy, then Sanu can obviously move. Some people don't have any faith in Sanu. Somebody already said something bad about Sanu already. But, Sanu's career...
He balled out in Detroit. He balled out in Detroit last year at the end of the year.
Was he pretty good last year? Because
balled out.
Yeah, his career seemed to plateau when he went to the Patriots. And then, of course, last year I didn't really pay much attention to what he was doing. But, yeah, that sounds good.
He had like... I don't know, I think 4 for 76 Thanksgiving Day and a touchdown on Thanksgiving. They got blown out, but he balled out.
I don't pay a lot of attention to Thanksgiving Day anymore because I got bored because I know it's going to be the Detroit and Dallas. I'm tired of that. And I wish the league would consider changing the venue so it's not always Detroit and Dallas every year. But, yeah.
Because they want tradition. They like tradition. That's why they do that.
I know.
But the Dallas Cowboys are a joke. And you can tell Texas boy. That's why I call Jerry Jones Mr. Spotlight because he always likes the spotlight. He's like the ringleader of a circus.
That's a good comparison, too. Because,
yes,
as soon as they call them America's team, now we got to put up with this. Now we got to have Dallas Cowboys with turkey every year. I said, come on, man. Let's come on now. It's time to change. Ain't it? America's team is actually, it's not even right that you call them that next. And you need to change this up. There's other people in America besides Dallas people.
Yeah, they can't even make the playoffs. So what do you know?
Yeah. and Detroit ain't never been
this time around.
Yeah.
He knows the offense. His role, like what Kendrick Bourne, y'all will bring him in, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Y'all 3rd and 6, boom, Kendrick Bourne first down. That's what Sanu did in Atlanta. That's what he's going to do for you guys.
Circus catches. That will be good too, because we need that element. So,
yep.
Well. Tony, and hopefully, you guys there's going to be somebody coming at you about trading down. You know that, don't you? So, y'all get ready for that.
Oh, that's what I'm Denver, Washington.
Yeah.
There's a couple others because I want us to trade down twice. I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
I want us to go ahead. If we don't get a defensive player, trade down again and get Najee Harris.
I remember you saying that the other day. We got Tony. We're out of time. Let's see you. Let's see you Tuesday. Be back then.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great night, Tony.
Take care, Ronbo.
I always love talking to you. You too. Night. And Ken Martin says, "Why y'all absolutely hate Mac Jones?" I ain't hating him. I don't know enough about him to hate him. I just get a kick out of him being involved in the mix. Because we could have got him at 12. There's no need to give away all these picks. He's a better version of Jimmy G. Best tape of any quarterback this past season. Most NFL-ready quarterback in the draft, Sims knows. Ken, I've heard that. But you look at the weapons he has on that field. You look at the Bama offensive situation. Bama could actually compete in the NFL. I really believe that. They just get nothing but blue-chip ball players coming out of every high school in America that has a good football player. He applies to Alabama first. And if they don't want him, he goes elsewhere. But Bama's the place. Like UCLA used to be for basketball players. Is this another one? Thanks for that contribution, fam. 49ers Ultimate Report says, Jimmy G is great 1 year to ball out and then trade him for a number 1 pick and have the rookie quarterback take over 22. That's an ultimate situation because we save a lot of money. And, you keep that Super Bowl window open for an extended period. Nothing wrong with that. The Nadia love to hate 5-1. It was a TNYL. I should just say his name. See if I'm wrong. Fam, good to see you. Thanks for that contribution. Lance Wilson is the pick. Jimmy G is getting traded. I guarantee it. He's nothing but an expensive paperweight. No good for nothing, Rob. Open your eyes. I just want to keep that Super Bowl unit together as long as possible. I like the idea of bringing one of these kids in and let them sit and learn a minute. And if Jimmy's got another Super Bowl in him, let it be this next year. That's my only way of thinking. I'm not worried about getting rid of him in a couple of years. But right now, you put Lance in that position or any of these other kids, they're going to be ruined. Thanks for that contribution, but yeah, that's just me. Hey, Felix.
What's up, Ronbo? Can you hear me, Ronbo?
I feel like I can hear you loud and clear.
Man, okay, number one.
Yes.
They ain't do all them draft picks to pick Mac Jones. We ain't do that now. We're not going to. Remember last time we had number 3 pick, we picked old Solly Thomas, right? They're not doing that. This is what
we traded down to get him, right? At least we traded down to get Solly.
Yeah. Right. I think that. Well, I think what hurt Trey Lance this year is that North Dakota didn't play a season. And so that's why we really couldn't see enough of him. And I hope that does not hurt him when he goes to the NFL. Now, if he had played this season, I'm thinking he probably would have been the number 2 quarterback selected.
They play another year season?
He didn't play because of the COVID, he didn't get no reps in or whatever. I actually think, let me read something to you. I'm going to read something to you. And the reason why I say Justin Fields, Ohio State, he played the 2019 Fiesta Bowl, 2021 Sugar Bowl. He was the MVP. Even though they got the brakes beat off of him by Alabama, he played in that bowl game this year.
It's no shame in that. Bama beats everybody up.
Right.
Even Clemson.
He got the Georgia Offensive Player of the Year in 2019. He was number 3 in Heisman Trophy votings in 2019. He was first 10 All Big Ten in 2019 to 2020. Big Ten champion 2019, 2020. Big Ten championship MVP 2019, and Chicago Tribute Silver Football in 2020. So if you want to get somebody, that's ready, it's going to be him. Because I'm telling you something. As soon as Jimmy Garoppolo has 2 bad games, they're going to sit his butt down. He needs to be ready. To me, he's the most. I think the 49ers' dream quarterback would be Wilson. But and the Jets might squander it because, they got a rookie coach. So that's who they want.
The GM may overrule if that's the case. Robert Saleh may not.
Right.
Because, Robert's about defense. They might decide to just take Robert's intake in, but Robert will handle the offensive situation. We'll see.
And I think you really can't go wrong with Trey Lance, Fields, or Zach Wilson, because it's not like the 49ers start from scratch. We have a good team. Look at our defense. Look at what we have on offense. We have one of the top tight ends in the NFL. Debo, Ayuk. It's not like we're the Detroit Lions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got a running game.
It's just a matter. He's just got to come in and learn. Jimmy hasn't lost 2 games in a row since he got to San Francisco, so he'll have a. Despite of what people think about him, he will be a good teacher for Lance, and he'll pick up some of that stuff, and he'll add his own good stuff, and that'll be a good combination. So, you're right. He's got plenty of weapons to work with.
Looking at the history, he's going to be teaching Lance on the sideline, especially if he gets hurt. Because if he gets hurt and one of those quarterbacks are playing good, he's not getting back in the game. So, I like Trey Lance. Trey Lance I think it hurts him because he didn't play this year because of the COVID.
Yeah.
I think that might have set him back.
Yeah, and plus, if you're 20 years old and you haven't got a long resume like Justin Fields, you need some time to groom. You can't expect a kid to come in, especially he's just 20. You can't expect him to come into the NFL and just immediately click. That's asking too much.
Right.
So you got to give these kids a chance. Justin needs to come in and learn. Shanahan's system is not. People think because guys are running free scheme, man. If Jimmy no. People don't understand. If you never played ball, schemes are the hardest freaking things to learn there is. That's why Shanahan's system is so tough for guys like Matty Ice and others who've come in. Schemes require more than your fundamental basic football. So that's why, timing is everything. Everything.
And like I said, and you playing grown men.
Yeah.
Like Justin Fields, Alabama was sticking him, bro. Like you said, Alabama is so half of those guys are going to go pro. He's played against tougher competition.
Yeah.
So that's why I do say Fields or this, that, and other. Well, we never know the Niners. We didn't know that they kept that on the low as far as getting those draft picks.
Yeah.
Remember last year in the draft, it was all about receivers with Jefferson, with CeeDee Lamb, all his receivers, and the Niners picked Javon Kinlaw. So we just never know with them.
I know, right?
But I know
and
one thing.
Ayuk.
They didn't trade. They got Ayuk. I ain't never heard of him.
Traded back up to get him. What?
Yeah.
Who is this?
Yeah. So, but I know one thing. They ain't give all them draft picks to draft no Mac Jones.
Everybody says that. We're going to be the saddest people on the planet. And the 49ers selected number 3 out of Alabama, right. Mac Jones. And, we're going to go, fam.
I'm going to say one more thing. His receiver won the Heisman Trophy. Yeah.
I know. Mac, Felix, we got to go, fam, really. We're going to run out of time. We got a lot of people want to say something tonight. Let me see you Tuesday, okay?
All right. Okay, all
right. And Mel says Pats and Washington were real threats to trade us over the Niners at 12 to nab Jones. Oh. It is Belichick. Niners moving to 3, avoid anyone moving. It is Belichick. He's going for Jones. Mr. Black, I said, whoever's behind center, he's got my support. It's all about winning. I still want my D to be dominant. It will benefit my offense. Running backs are our benefits. Well, it's because the running game. We man, Bobby Turner and company, man, them boys. Thanks for the contributions, guys. Let's go to hey Morgan. Morgan's driving down the road. I love Morgan, man. I always feel like I just turned on a TV show when I catch Morgan sitting in that car with the background, the lights rolling behind in his rear view. Morgan! Oh, God. Mac Jones with number 12 pick. The 49ers select. Mac Jones. Oh, John. What did you guys do? You didn't have to trade up 12. You gave up all those draft picks for Mac Jones? Hey, Morgan.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
There's this fear that's racing through the community now about Mac Jones being a quarterback. But you know what's so funny? Because Mac Jones fits the Shanahan's, Mike and his son Kyle. It fits their MO. When they go after quarterbacks, they don't want you running around. They don't want you to be athletic. They want you to be precise. They want you to be accurate, have good instincts out there. You can dance around in the pocket, but they want that ball out of your hands. Let the running backs run. You're a quarterback. Throw the damn ball. That's where they are.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I like.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I like Mac Jones better than Justin Fields, just because he gets the ball out much faster. Justin Fields likes to hold on to that thing, and he's got the best offensive line behind, so he's allowed to hold on to the ball in college that much, right? But in the NFL, you're not having that offensive line every year to hold
Even
you
if
up.
you do, you don't have all day to get rid of the ball.
You're not going to have 3 seconds. You're not going to even have close to 3 seconds. So, and when he's under pressure, I've seen he gets hit pretty hard. So. So he's the guy you got to worry about with that. I like Trey Lance personally. I think he's the guy they should go for. I think he's got the highest upside, besides maybe Zach Wilson. But I don't think you're getting Zach Wilson.
You got a few people who agree.
Yeah, it's either Zach Wilson or Trey Lance to me, and I really like Trey Lance's upside. And you don't have to start him. You keep Jimmy in there for a year, maybe 2 years, depending on how he goes. Because I mean, this is only part of the process, right?
Yeah, I think
the draft is only part. You have to develop him. You don't know that he's going to develop. He could be a bust, and then you have Jimmy there. You're like, oh, thank God, we're safe, right?
Yeah.
I don't hope that happens. I hope this guy develops and he's a real good quarterback, and we get to trade Jimmy.
And but in 2 years, we save a lot of money. You get another first-round draft pick for Jay Plains. Hopefully, he does a good job next 2 years. Yeah,
exactly. But it is a possibility that he's not going to be good, whoever we draft, and he could just not fit in NFL. And that's why you got to keep that veteran quarterback there that you can win with.
This is why I laugh at the idea. Yeah, just bring that kid in here. We don't know anything about him. No, well, it's okay. We're going to start him. No, Kyle's. We're talking about guys that are rational football guys. They're not going to do that. So
no, they're not getting rid of Jimmy Garoppolo for a pack of paper clips or whatever anyone's saying.
If he could show something, Jimmy could be gone in the next year. But we got to wait.
Yeah, but he has to show it. That has
So,
Because, I mean, I was looking over the last 10 years of teams trading up into the top 5 to get quarterbacks. There's not a single one of those guys still on the team he was originally drafted by. There's one. Sam Darnold. Besides Sam Darnold, everyone else is already on a different team.
But they traded up to get Mahomes.
Well, they didn't trade up to the top 5.
Oh,
I'm
top 5.
Trading up like
right? Jameis. What was it with Jameis from Hawaii?
Marcus Mariota.
Mariota gone.
That's right.
Golf Wentz gone.
They're both. I mean, and I think Wentz is better than people say, but still, you don't know how these guys are going to go on your team.
Mentally, he lost.
So you just got to be careful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you just got to be careful with these You can't rush them in. You can't get rid of a guy can win you games when you got a guy cost controlled right now, and you might not. Yeah. So I hope he works out, and if we do get one, I want Trey Lance because, like I said, he's got the biggest upside. But, I mean,
no pun intended, right? That is a big man. 20 years old, 225. 225. Am I right or am I low on that? 6 foot what? 4?
I think 6. I think 6'4", 225. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly.
Would it be funny if he's still growing? By the chance he grows another inch.
Yeah.
6'5", 245.
And he's only 20 years old.
Right. Cam Newton, you are small, bruh. You're slow. Get up out the street. I would enjoy him. I really would.
Yeah. No, and he's 20. He has so much football ahead of him, right? He might not even start till he's 22, and that's still young, right?
Hey, if he's got what it takes, he can challenge Jimmy year after next.
Yeah.
And if he can beat him out.
Yeah, and like I said, if Jimmy gets hurt, then put this guy in. But I mean, you got to let the process play out. I don't think that Kyle and John are thinking, oh, this guy's starting right away and he's going to be our future, and we're just going to get rid of Jimmy.
Okay, you know what? That gives me a guy to root for. I didn't know what I was going to do on draft night. So
I think I'm rooting for Trey Lance.
I don't know how to react here. You know what? If I see Trey Lance, I think that's going to be my guy.
Yeah, and I think the Jets are taking what's his name, Wilson. I don't think we have any information on that too, because I mean I don't think Saleh is not in as much control as people think. The GM makes those decisions.
Right, and if you don't want him, then why don't you trade out?
But they're not going to trade out because they would have traded with us. That's a perfect situation, and they said no to us.
Right? There it is. That's the bottom line right there.
Yeah.
Well, we're out of time.
What I heard from,
real quick.
Oh no, I was going to say when the trade happened, one of the guys said John Lynch's first call was to Jimmy Garoppolo to let him know that he's still in our plans. So don't he didn't say don't worry, but he's like don't pay.
Just letting you know what we're doing. All right. Yeah. Let me see you Wednesday so we can get another Morgan on the beat scene. All right,
Good night.
See you Tuesday. Okay. And we move down to Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Bethel, man, we're looking at the quarterback we're going to pick up after giving up 2 first-round picks, a second-round pick. We gave up a lot of stuff here. Somebody likes somebody a lot coming out of this draft, and I don't know, Bethel. Are you scared? It could be Mac Jones.
No, I go. You know, hey, the people, they wanted Kyle to draft a quarterback. Whoever he gets, you know, it's his choice, not ours. Yeah. So, you know, you got to be happy whoever quarterback he gets.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you guys, you know, people wanted him to, you know, get his quarterback, so let him get his quarterback. Yeah. You know, so don't cry about it if he doesn't get the quarterback that you guys want, you know, because you wanted one. You wanted him to do this. Now don't cry about it if he doesn't pick
Bethel,
what you want.
Remember, John Lynch said after the season ended, I don't want to be stuck anymore. If Jimmy goes down, I don't want to have to depend on CJ and Nick. And that was the thing that got the motor started quickly, because they could have picked up a quarterback in the second or third round. But why do that? Jimmy's contract is about to expire. I'm sick of second-rate quarterbacks. Maybe, you know, so let me go get somebody that's at least got potential to be a star, and we can, Jimmy's out of here, and we can save money.
Yeah, because you know you gotta think about everything. One of the things that you gotta think about is that, you know, for the 2 first-round picks that we gave up, you know, you don't have to waste any money on those round picks. Yeah,
that's true.
Into the second round. And another thing is that if, you know, something happens that we do end up in the playoffs, or we end up, you know, if we go that far or we go further, those draft picks that we gave up for them are going to be in the 28th, you know, way in the bottom. So they're going to be almost like giving
second-round
up
picks
a second-round
anyway.
pick.
We got plans, Bethel. I like that.
Yeah.
Bethel, see in advance.
Yeah, so, you know, you got to think about all this. And then plus, if another thing is Jimmy does do better, Jimmy, you know, end up doing big things, then, you know, later on, if you want to let him go, draft him or something, his draft capital is going to go up.
And can you imagine? Okay, Jimmy goes nuts. We go back to Super Bowl back-to-back years because the fire stability stays healthy. Now, all of a sudden, things do get complicated. Like when Jimmy was with Brady in Boston, you know, it's Jimmy's contract to expire. I mean, Brady's contract is about to expire. What do we do with Jimmy? Jimmy's contract is expired. What do we do now? We're getting rid of Tom, and we're going to go ahead and go with Jimmy. No, we're not. We're going to stay with Tom. Yeah, I can't see that happening because we need to, you know, move on. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens in 2 years. I got a feeling you're going to see the best football. Jimmy G is going to be on fire this year. I can already see this coming now. You know, he's been inspired.
And then plus, you don't want to be like, you know, the rookies that passed this one where you put in the rookie, you take him out. Put him in, take him out because, you know, he's not doing like you want him to do. You know, you don't want to do that. You know, you want to let him sit, and then plus, if you let him sit and he starts, you know, getting, really good with the team, then when he does go out there, the team is going to be confident in what he does.
Yes. You got to have guys buy into the program and believe in him. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then plus another thing is that, you got to see, it takes time for somebody to develop, and you can't put them out there, and you don't want to be, like, I think it was the Giants where everybody was thinking they were going to get a certain quarterback, and they got who they got, and everybody's like, what did you do?
I forgot his name.
You
know what? He's not so bad, but...
No, he's not bad.
Saquon Barkley can't stay on the field. This is... Well, I forgot his name. I think he's not that bad. He needs to have Barkley out there to help him, though.
Yeah. So, that's why, John Lynch, they have plans. They know what they're doing. If they do it, they're doing it for a reason. Yeah, they do it for a reason. And, we got to see, now, what they're doing is that they're looking out for our future. They're looking out for, our sake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
they got it. But we just got to stay. Bethel, the bottom line on the 49ers, can we please avoid these massive, massive amounts of injuries? You know what? That last year's team was fine. They were good. They were going to be really tough to beat. One after another, week after week. I kept saying that every game. We average 2 guys a week now, so we should have 2 guys playing by week 17. What in the hell is this? So
No, and another thing that you got to think about, if say we do good and we do a lot of stuff, and when you actually do trade Jimmy G and you put in that quarterback and the quarterback goes up, now all that money that you don't have to give Jimmy G, you could give it to other players that we need to sign for the next year. For like
and that's just good business there.
Linebacker.
Bethel, we're out of time. I'm gonna have to go. Let's see you on Tuesday, okay?
All right, no problem, Rumble. And like we always say, just be faithful and let the progress go forward, and let them do their job. So.
And try not to get emotional.
And hit the like for Rumble Sports. Let's go Niners.
Thanks, Bethel.
Have
a great night.
Good night, Rumble.
Great to hear from you. All right. And Paul III says, Sup, I really think people knocking some of these quarterback prospects need to consider how much COVID has impacted the college game and quarterback talent pool. Lynch was smart to move for one of these guys and not wait until 2022 or 2023. And Paul, thanks for that contribution. A lot of people are saying that next year's crop of quarterbacks is not equal to this year's. So the 49ers had better do what they're doing. And if Belichick is down there sniffing around trying to take people away from him, which is probably the case, they probably did right to get up as high in the draft as they could to make sure they can get what they want, even if it's not Wilson. Hey, Nigel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Nigel, man, we're sitting there ruminating over who's going to be drafted for the 49ers at number 3 pick.
Yes, sir. It's been a little while since I talked to you, and a lot's changed.
Yeah, Nigel, I just realized that
whole
name.
Lot
I haven't seen that in a while.
Yes, sir. Man, it's just, oh my God, it's been a crazy couple of weeks for the 49ers.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Brace yourself. I think it's going to get crazier too. No telling what's next.
Ever since the free agency day started, it's just like my head's spinning. I can't we got Trent Williams, we got Alex Mack. We
got Jason Verrett.
Line and Jason Verrett. I mean, we pretty much have all our.
We got everybody back.
I mean,
who thought they could do it?
It's crazy. And then like all of a sudden, this past Friday, my brother, who's a Rams fan, he texts me and he's like, "So you guys think you're going to get a quarterback, huh?" I'm like, "Huh? What do you mean?" I was
you didn't know about that? Your brother had to tell you?
Yeah. Oh, I was busy Friday. I was super busy Friday, and it was around noontime, usually when I take lunch, but I was so busy that it just I was working past lunch on Friday. And when he told me that, he sent me kind of like a screenshot, and I just Googled 49ers as I usually do every day. And bam, I saw that we traded up to the third overall pick, and I'm like, oh my God. It kind of hit. I was like, is this real? I didn't know if it was real or not. And then now, like, it's, over the weekend, it's kind of hit me, and I'm kind of trying to figure out what exactly we're trying to do. And I don't know.
I have a guess.
Yeah. What's your guess, Ronbo? What do you think?
As far as the draft goes, what
do you think they're going to do with that third pick?
Now that we're having this conversation over and over and around and around, I feel a little more educated than I did because I don't really watch college football that much. I don't have time to watch it like some people really do. I'm thinking Trey Lance is the guy.
Trey Lance is, here's the thing that a lot of people like about Trey Lance is that he actually has played under center in a more pro ready offense. Like he has a lot of talent. The guy can run. He's like a running back. He can bulldoze through people.
And when he throws the ball downfield, it looks more like something that was shot out of the Pentagon. That ball is 30 miles in the air, and it's traveling at a speed that's unreal, and it goes, and it goes, and it goes. I says, okay, this guy, is that real, or is that, did they doctor that film? That's amazing.
He definitely has a rocket arm, and he is a good prospect for sure. In my opinion, just kind of looking at things in the landscape of things and how who's picking first and second, of course, Lawrence is going to go first to the Jaguars. There's no doubt about it there. And second, that's what really intrigues me.
Yeah, who do you think it's going to be? Who are the Jets going to take?
Plan. Exactly. First off, I'm like, well, okay, there's either two things going on here. Like, it feels like our
go ahead,
guys
say it, because I'm going to say it if you don't. I got to fit. Go ahead.
Well, what I think is Kyle and John are very calculated. They kind of know what's going on. Like, I don't feel like they're going to give as much up like they did for something that they really don't know what they might be able to receive. Like, if they didn't know what the Jets were going to do, I don't know if they would really go up to this third overall pick. I really don't. I think that they kind of have an idea of what the Jets might do.
You would think.
A really good idea. And whether or not they pick a quarterback, I think that Kyle and John have a good idea of what the Jets are going to do. And
listen,
to me, they have an eye
Nigel,
on.
Let me ask you this question, though. What if the Jets freak everybody out and they pick up Trey Lance? Oh.
Well, to me, I think that the 49ers really are eyeing Wilson. I think that is the guy that they're actually going after, to be honest with you. I think that
the thing is,
there's so much chatter.
They have number 3, not number 2. If Wilson is ranked as a second best quarterback in this draft, the Jets are probably thinking the same thing. That's the thing.
That's true, and I want, in my opinion, and the first time I called, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, we're going to have to stop here because we're out of time. But hold that thought, because we're going to talk about this draft from now until draft night anyway. So let me continue with it on Tuesday. Okay, Nigel? Good to hear from you, too.
Will do. All right. Thanks for taking my call, man. Have a good night. Thank you.
Night, Nigel. Yeah, this is going to be some funny stuff. It's the Iron Sheik.
What's up, Ronbo? What's going on? How are you? How's it
hilarity,
going on?
Man. Hilarity, because I'm not having, after hearing the news of 49ers trading up, I was so stunned that I couldn't think. And then today I'm laughing because, and I love taking shots at the Jimmy haters anyway, every chance I get. So I look at my phone just a few hours ago. I couldn't stop laughing. Let me go ahead and bring this to the attention of the anti-Jimmy-dites. The Patriots are no longer reuniting with Jimmy Garoppolo. And I said, oh, no. They must have called the 49ers back, and in a face-saving move, they went ahead and announced ahead of everybody, look, we're done with the 49ers and Jimmy, okay? So that's just, we don't think we signed Cam. We're happy. No, you're not. 49ers probably said, stop calling here. And so now I'm listening to the conversation because I said to myself, okay, you know what? Ain't nobody drinking in Trey Lance, Justin Fields, and let them start. No matter how much people hate Jimmy Garoppolo, Kyle Shanahan ain't having it, right? So I says, okay, good. Right. And then I started looking at Trey Lance. I said, you know what? Justin Fields, he looks good, but this Lance guy's intriguing. So and people talk about him. I think I'm going to be, on draft night, I'm going to be the guy that rockets to the moon as soon as they say Trey Lance, too, now. But Sheik, it's enough for me. What about you? What are you thinking here?
Well, it's unfortunately with all this buzz, I'm not going to believe anything going on from now and then because there's going to be a lot of
more stuff,
a lot of BS.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, let's be real, they know what they're doing. They're expecting, oh no, we're not getting, we don't want Jimmy G, and they're expecting us to just cut him, and then they pick him up. I already know what they're trying to.
Sheik, they can't be that stupid though. As soon as they say we're not going to get him, we're going to cut him. No, because that way they don't have to pay. No, it's got to be something else.
They expect that. But we're not the Chicago Bears. We're not these other teams that are just foolish. The Houston Texans. We're not foolish. This is John Lynch. And he's on the roster.
Why do I need to cut him? He's on the roster already, and he doesn't expire.
No
yet. You guys don't want to give me anything? I'll keep him. I need to keep him anyway.
But I give it to Belichick. He is a mastermind. He knows what he's doing. Yeah. But at the end of the day, let me just say this. Let me give you the history lesson, Ronbo. This is going to be the biggest draft ever for the 49ers. We're going to be – you thought the Alex Smith and Aaron Rodgers era was who we're going to get. We have, three choices technically, but four, maybe half. It's a lot of options. We don't know. All the fan base right now are Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, and none of Mac Jones, unfortunately. So
he's in the big Sheik. You can't leave him out. He's in there.
Yeah, I'm not believing it, man. If we're in the 12th pick like everybody else to say, we'll probably take him. But the thing is, with all that stuff right now, everybody's worried about Mac Jones and Kyle and John. Don't think they're just looking at Mac Jones. There's other prospects they're looking at. They're looking at that guard, Devontae Brown.
It's
they're
true.
Looking at these other players. There's other prospects that could be available for us. That's the thing. That's why we have Adam Peters going over there with the Justin Fields. And why is Kyle not there? They're mind gaming everybody. They're playing mind games. That's what they're doing.
High profile appearances. I know, right? God.
Right.
Just optics.
They already know who they want. They know what they're getting. I really believe it is going to be Zach Wilson. The reason why I say that, because that conversation had to happen with Robert Saleh. They called him and said, hey, we're about to make this move. Are you going to get Zach Wilson? No. All right, we're moving up. So because the thing is, Zach Wilson wanted to be a Niner. He loves our system.
Yeah.
Kyle has definitely been around him. So, and Justin Fields as well. But I think they're high on Justin Fields. You could get him the 4th or 8th. And Trey Lance, the same.
One question. Zach's already had his pro day, right?
Right.
We were there, right?
We just had John Lynch and a couple scouts we had. So
see that? Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to read these guys. Why was it Kyle there? Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what it is. But we know what we're getting. We're already, I think it just Robert Saleh just made that call. Hey, we want to make sure we make this deal. So that's I really feel about this, Ron. But I think Zach Wilson is the guy. But Plan B, I think Trey Lance. That guy's only 20 years old. He's still growing out of his body. He's a freak of an athlete. His body is ready. When he gets a hit, I don't know if he's going to feel it. He has a heck of a rock of an arm. That's my Plan B. Justin Fields is just like, he's good. He showed a lot, but the couple games I'm like, oh, damn, maybe he needs to be. I mean, maybe they passed up on that because of those games. But Kyle, like everybody said, like the other callers, let Kyle pick his guy. Stop fighting with everybody. Just let him pick him. So
See, you know why people don't trust Kyle? Because of CJ, you know? So yeah, but Kyle's probably learned.
Yeah.
Be careful.
CJ,
be careful, Kyle.
Nick Mullins.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Nick Mullins is
But
UDFA.
Ron, I know.
Right. Go ahead. What,
Exactly. Exactly. Ron, so I just want to say I got cut off last time. I'm asking you, sir, if it's possible. I want nobody asked you to ever, but I don't need the first one, the only one. I want an autograph signed picture of you. Send it to me by email. Oh, if it's, I would love that. Make it up. No, I'm just kidding. But I would love that. I'd be honored, and I would love to have that frame for making up. Anyways, Ronbo.
Just because you asked, I'm going to do it.
Stop sharing. Good night. Bye. Good night.
Thanks, Sheik. Love you, man. I'm going to get that done, too. All right? We'll talk to you later. Oh, God. Sheik, man. He comes up with these surprises. And there he is. One of the founding members of TNT. He is Trey from VA. Hayden, stand by. Here comes your guy. Oh, God.
Finally.
And he does mean finally.
Oh, yes. And I do mean just bask in it for a second, everyone, because for a long time we had to listen to these guys tell us that it would never happen. Ronbo really had you believe it. Hey, Ronbo, how you doing, sir? I'm sorry, I was just thinking out loud.
I'm waiting
how you doing, sir?
What did we never? I'm fine.
How you doing?
I'm
Hey,
down here about what we never made it happen.
You know, how you doing, man? How you doing, brother?
Fabulous,
You doing
Trey.
all right?
I couldn't be if I was any better, it would be against the law.
Shout out to production. Shout out to the TNT family, First Lady TNT. Shout out to the fans. You know, everybody that's rocking with us. But, you know, we need some fire in the chat right now because I'm about to drop some fire on you. As a matter of fact, Ronbo, we don't have Monday Night Raw. We don't have a long time. I need an installment.
And now, Trey breaks tradition on a Sunday with some Monday night. Let me holler at you.
Whatever just happened between you and Sheik, that was real cute.
It was cute and cuddly.
But you know what else was cute and cuddly? You know what? TNT, sometimes there's friendly fire in TNT. And you know what? I got to call out two members of TNT right now to the floor, to the carpet. Trez, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? How are you doing,
One of the founding
partner?
members.
Trez.
He's calling Trez out.
Yeah. I'm calling you out, sir. Sheik, how's it feel, buddy? Huh? Because both of you bought into this garbage that Ronbo was talking about. Ronbo, you remember when you guaranteed us that we wouldn't mortgage the future because this was a Super Bowl year and we got Jimmy back? You remember that? About 2 or 3 weeks ago? Remember that?
No.
I had to listen to Trey.
Oh,
I had
trade
to
up.
listen to Sheik.
Trade up. Yeah. I did say we weren't going to trade up.
Trade up. No. You said we wouldn't trade up. You said we wouldn't trade up.
Yeah, I agree.
Now,
I
here's
agree.
the funny
I
thing.
said that.
Now you're throwing out this. All three of you guys disgust me. I just wanted to throw that out there. But the last time
Trey,
that Shanahan,
you're breaking
funny
up.
thing.
I want to hear this. Whatever you're doing, don't move or something.
Hold on 1 second.
You're breaking up. All right.
It's all good. I'm here.
Okay, there you go.
The last time. Oh no, we're gonna get this right. The last time the Shanahan system says that we can't have a mobile quarterback. Well, here's the funny thing, Ronbo. The last time the Shanahan system won a Super Bowl, John Elway was mobile, always mobile. Even when he was old, he was scrambling. But even take it back further than that. The last time the 49ers won a Super Bowl, the quarterback was mobile under Shanahan. Am I wrong?
Oh, Steve. Yeah.
Steve Young was mobile, right? Right?
True. You
Point
see
being is this.
you see an Elway or a Young in this draft, do you?
I see all three of those quarterbacks. I'm not mad at all three of them. Wilson has the athleticism. Lance has the athleticism. Fields has the athleticism. We're just talking about being mobile. Ronbo, you always said that Shanahan doesn't want a mobile quarterback, but here's another thing, Ronbo. Here's the funny thing. You know the last time that Shanahan had a mobile rookie quarterback, what happened? Do you remember that? They made the playoffs,
RG3? Yeah.
They made the playoffs. Hold on. They made the playoffs, Ronbo. The last time he had a rookie mobile quarterback, and here's the funny thing. The last time he made a trade like this, it was for a rookie mobile quarterback, Ronbo. Shanahan has seen the light. 2021. It's not.
Who's a trade for the rookie running quarterback?
They traded up for RG3, Ronbo.
Oh, I thought
they traded. He was a problem. Here's the funny thing. There's a narrative painted that the Washington football team, they didn't want anything to.
Trey, don't start with any revisionist history. We all know the full story about what happened in Washington. So if you try to alter it, you're going to make a fool of yourself. Okay, so be careful. Be careful.
Here's what we know. We know that Shanahan tailored his offense. We know that Shanahan killed the NFL with it. Here's the problem. RG3 was the wrong quarterback for that. He was fragile. He was hurt at Baylor twice.
Trey, you always
hold on, wait a minute.
I know, but it's just
we're talking about running the offense. Here's a funny thing. Let's fast forward to 2020.
Yeah, you better, because you're screwing up with Washington. Go ahead.
Hold on. Wait a minute. No. Did I not see C.J. Beathard running read option in 2020? Kyle Shanahan.
That's not how he came out of.
Did he not run for seven?
He wasn't a running quarterback at school, Trey.
Okay. What I'm telling you is that it's not only in the playbook.
Yeah.
He's been waiting to break it out.
Just, Trey, stop. You know what? You came in to read. You know damn well Dan Snyder wanted RG3, Trey, and you know it. Don't try to rewrite the book. And Mike Shannon almost quit because of that.
Rewriting the book. History speaks for itself.
I'm just saying they didn't go after him on purpose. They didn't even want him.
Okay. Did he make the most of it, Ronbo?
He had to. He wasn't in charge.
Did he do it?
He did.
And it was record-breaking. Hold on, but it was record-breaking. You made it sound like it was pulling teeth.
Trey,
you made it sound like it was trash.
I need to put I'm just saying, I want the whole story.
No,
Trey,
I get it. I know.
We got to put a bookmark on it. I want to continue this argument, though, because I like this one, because you're losing badly.
Shout out to the production. As soon as we get into it, we got to go. And that's
because we ran out of time. Good arguments take a long time. Yeah.
I understand, sir. And I love going back and forth with you. Shout out to my family.
I do too.
Shout out to the people. And shout out to even the TNT members that were wrong. It's okay, you guys.
All right.
You just got to get a little bit drunk and everything.
I feel like I just got a whooping. Good Lord have mercy, I'm hurting. All right, Trey. Trey, come back Tuesday. Let's continue. All right. Now, I'm going to remember this. The Washington situation. Okay.
We'll talk.
All right, Trey. Bye.
Yes, sir.
As a matter of fact, Trez is here to give Trez.
Hold up, wait a minute, Ronbo. Look here. I listened to my partner. I listened to him.
Let me put some red gold in
it. This draft garbage. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, Ronbo, for all the proud recipients of this third pick that we have mortgaged our lifeline for as the future is concerned. You know what I'm saying? They better be right. They better be right, because you know what?
What?
This right here is gonna have ramifications for a long time.
I know.
If it's a myth.
Because they
See
just
what I'm
gave
saying, Ronbo?
one first-round pick, I would have been happy. Trez, I'm so with you. I agree. That was way too much. And a second-round pick, too. I believe year after next. Oh, my God, John. What are y'all doing?
Exactly, Ronbo, exactly. So I look at it like this, Ronbo. Our guy, as we know it, Jimmy, he's out of here. I would never listen to John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan spew lies all over the place like they do. Jimmy's our guy. Jimmy's our guy. Well, you just showed Jimmy he's your guy, all right, because you went on and you said, okay, it's time to turn the page on Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You lied. You straight up lied. So, okay, fine. Because let me tell you something. We gave up too much draft capital to sit a quarterback. We gave up too much. So Jimmy's not gonna just come in and be that bridge quarterback that everybody think he's gonna be. Jimmy may get traded come draft night. You see what I'm saying? Because we gave up too much draft capital to sit a quarterback. You cannot sit a quarterback giving up that kind of draft capital.
He may even ask to be traded if some of these other, because you don't know which story is right. Did they tell Jimmy they were going to do this, or what's going on? Jimmy, if his agent knows what's going on, they'll actually push for a trade. But go ahead.
Exactly. So I look at it like this, Ronbo. I'm going to be, like I said, they better be 100% right on this. They better not miss, because I'm finna ride everybody that, get rid of Jimmy, this, that, and look, let me tell you something. And I'm going to say this once and for all. Jimmy did not lose that Super Bowl, okay? He missed one deep shot down the field. Other than that, Jimmy played a solid game. We came up short. The defense didn't hold. We didn't get stopped. We looked like just totally all over the place in the third and fourth quarter. I mean, it's just the bottom line, Ronbo. Our defense failed us in the Super Bowl.
You can't. One guy cannot lose an entire ball game. That's why I keep saying these people.
Exactly.
That's why I call them haters. We're not haters. Where was Jimmy in the fourth quarter? Look, dude, the game was won going into the fourth quarter. Jimmy outplayed Mahomes in the first half, and they're still giving it grief.
Why?
God.
Why are you doing this, buddy? Why are you doing this?
It's true, Trey.
Why are you doing this? This is so
absolute. It's the absolute.
The offense did not score,
Ronbo.
But Patrick Mahomes made his comeback. He had the ball 3 times in the fourth quarter. How does Patrick Mahomes have the ball 3 times in the fourth quarter, and Jimmy doesn't do anything?
How did the refs miss? Hey, Trey, how did the refs miss every damned call in the fourth quarter? Every last call. Every last call.
Don't we get the ball back after they score? After they score, do we not get the ball back?
How you gonna beat the refs and Patrick Mahomes?
But hold on. Kansas City made us go 3 and out. Why our defense didn't make them go 3 and out?
Hold on, time out. Exactly my point.
Nobody's asking that.
Jimmy missed Kittle open 3 times in the fourth quarter, wide open. Didn't even throw him the ball.
And how many times would Nick Bosa sacked before? Hey, Trey, how many times you see Nick Bosa right on his ass and the holding was not held? The best defense in the league, and all of a sudden, the Kansas City offense was average at best. Contained the 49ers with not one call.
Time out. The throw was there. The throw to Emmanuel Sanders was there. Did Jimmy make the play? No. He had a chance. Jimmy went 3 for 11 for 39 yards and an interception in the fourth quarter.
So you're saying one series should determine who wins the Super Bowl and who's the better player.
The defense held Patrick Mahomes to 10 points through 3.5 quarters. What else do you want them to do?
Persons was getting breached on every snap. Every snap, Mike Persons was getting breached. The pressure was like launching his ass within a split second.
Ronbo, did Sanders even lay out for the catch? How about that?
Didn't extend.
He didn't have enough
speed. He got bumped.
When he realized when the ball was in there that it was
Patrick Mahomes had more than 39 yards on one pass to Tyreek Hill. What are we doing here? He went 3 for 11 for 39 yards.
Ronbo. This dollar bill will, Ronbo.
Oh, well, no, not now. Okay, guys, all right. We got to go anyway. It's too long. We got to go.
Look here. Shout out to my TNT brothers, my TNT family. Shout out to everybody, man, in the chat. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. We keep it real.
You guys definitely do. All right. We got to go to Daryl, guys, because we got carried away. All right, guys, have a good night. All right. Daryl, it's your turn. All right, guys. Daryl, it's your turn. Daryl's got you. See, we scared Daryl.
Hello?
Yeah, Daryl?
Hey, Ronbo, what's going on, man?
Daryl, is that you? Okay, yeah.
Yes, it's me.
Yeah, Daryl, okay. Daryl, let us get back to what we was doing. We're talking about who you like as far as the draft on draft night.
Well, I will tell you this: if they go with Mac Jones, this will go down as Solomon Thomas 2.0. Mac Jones is one of those guys. To me, there's no difference between A.J. McCarron and Mac Jones. He's A.J. McCarron pretty much with a better offense. He's surrounded by a Heisman Trophy winning wide receiver. Another one
as
that
far
will
as I'm
probably be
concerned.
picked in the top 20 picks this year. One of the best offensive lines in football, and Najee Harris. And on top of that, to put a cherry on top, Steve Sarkisian calling the plays. The man is put in just pretty much like a mecca of an offense in order to run wild and do what he's doing. I think, to me, the best player that I've studied, the best player that I've looked at is Justin Fields. He showed me something in those playoffs. Even though they lost to Alabama, this kid can throw the ball with accuracy. And I don't know what these other callers are talking about, saying that Justin Fields throws too many turnovers. The last I checked, he had, 22 touchdowns and 6 interceptions this year. The year before that, 41 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Where is he an interception-prone quarterback? Yeah, he had the one game against Indiana where 3 of his 6 interceptions came in one game, but he just had one bad game. I mean, you look at it, this kid has it all. He's been a star since high school. Since he was pretty much 10 years old, he's been a star on every single level. He has won. He's won in college. He's won in high school. And I'm telling you, this kid is polished. He's ready to go. And if you go back and look at a lot of the scouting reports on Deshaun Watson when he first came in, people were saying some of the same things. And now look at it now. Besides what happened with all of these bogus allegations, Deshaun Watson has pretty much, made everyone who said that he wasn't going to be any good look stupid. And, people will say, well, Ohio State quarterbacks don't do well in the NFL. Well, hell, before Colin Kaepernick, Nevada never produced a quarterback. Before
Good point.
Russell Wilson, Wisconsin never produced a quarterback. So
you can't go by that. Don't be calling the guys where he goes to school. Yeah.
Yeah, that is lazy analysis to do that because there's always a first. And if you look at the history of Ohio State, if you look at the history of Ohio State quarterbacks, who's really been a pure quarterback? J.T. Barrett? No, they wanted to switch him to wide receiver. The guy that was just before Justin Fields, there was questions about his work ethic. Even when you go back to the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, they had Troy Smith. He was never really a pure quarterback. So you have to probably go back to like the early 90s Joe Germain, who really wasn't that much of a good quarterback all to begin with, but he was probably the best that they had at the time that they had Pepe Pearson there. But they haven't really had a pure quarterback since Justin Fields. Justin Fields might be the best pure quarterback that they've had, and I think that that's the one that the 49ers need to go with. I think he'll bring a dynamic to this offense to be able to throw the ball, but also be able to get them out of situations when the offensive line breaks down. Won't put so much pressure on the offensive line to play perfect and the run game to be perfect. I think that he's one of those guys that can probably go win you some games rather than just being a game manager.
Interesting perspective. Because, had he not played in the national championship game, I think somebody said he was injured. That may have dropped his stock in some people's eyes. I don't know. When I saw him in that game, I wasn't impressed either. But from what I'm hearing about him, the dude is all world. Do you think Kyle Shanahan's going to appreciate him in the same way? Is the question.
Kyle Shanahan. The thing is that with Kyle, I hope he does, because here's the thing. You already have Jimmy Garoppolo, who, a good quarterback, but you go back into the playoffs. Remember when we went to the Super Bowl that year? Mm-hmm. After that interception that he threw against the Minnesota Vikings, Kyle Shanahan took the ball out of Garoppolo's hands for the rest of the playoffs. He threw how many passes against Green Bay? And for the rest of that game against Minnesota, they pretty much ran the ball the entire time. He did not trust Garoppolo. We got to that Super Bowl, and contrary to what people say, people want to say the defense fell apart. But the defense works in concert with the offense. When the offense is 3 and out, the defense is going to get tired. And that's what happened to us. There were times that he had George Kittle open, missed the read. There were times that he had Kendrick Bourne threw a bad pass.
it's because he pretty much nutted up in the fourth quarter. His QBR was like 1 point something in the fourth quarter. He's a good quarterback.
But did you also notice the stress he was under on each and every throw in that fourth quarter? There was no time to read. There was no time to do anything.
But that's what a mobile quarterback
can do.
You get out. Think about if Deshaun Watson is in a situation like that.
Yeah.
Think about if Deshaun Watson is in a situation like that
and
where he's constantly getting pressure up the middle.
There you go.
And he can roll out of that and create more time, get receivers open, and hit a receiver or run for a first down even.
I get it.
An added dimension we just don't have.
Daryl, it may be the case too. That's what I do like Trey Lance though. So, but anyway, I do. And actually, both are. You could be right about Fields. I've not seen enough of him. But listen, Daryl, can we see you Tuesday? Because we're out of time.
Oh yeah, I'll be here.
All right.
I'll be here.
All right, fam. Have a good night. And well. It's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Show. Did TNT show?
What's up, Ronbo? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I heard some screams.
Ronbo? Okay.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So didn't TNT recruit you in too?
I was the first one.
Listen to the big show. Show. Come on in, man. Trey didn't slap you around, so you're free to speak. It's you guys. You guys watch each other very closely. Go ahead, Show.
There's a couple of things I agree with Trez on. You don't give up that much draft capital for a rookie to sit for an entire year or two. They are looking to get quarterback. They're looking to get cheaper at quarterback for the next 5 years because we have. Colin Cowherd pointed this out. We have a lot of contracts that are getting ready to blow up. George Kittle, Eric Armstead, and the way we built Trent Williams' contract, his is going to get ready to blow up here pretty soon too. So they have to get cheaper at quarterback. And that's what they did this move for. And not only that, there's one thing that pisses Kyle Shanahan off the most when it comes to his quarterbacks, and that is their availability. If they're not available, then you're pretty much done with Kyle Shanahan.
Where'd you get that information from, Joe? He's never had a quarterback that misses as much time as Jimmy, has he? As I know of.
From
RG3, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and so if you're not available a lot, then that's you're done with Kyle Shanahan. You're pretty much done. So, and the two quarterbacks you move up 9 spots for and give up 2 first-round picks are Justin Fields and Zach Wilson, not Trey Lance, who's a 2-year project. I know they're going to see Mac Jones.
So you pretty much think it's Fields?
Yeah.
Wilson, I just don't see the Jets just passing on him. But if you can't, in case. We'll
but the Jets are the Jets, and I agree
Somebody else said that too.
I think there's something that they must have discussed with each other, like, hey, who are you going to pick? And yeah, I really do. I think Robert Saleh is going to do Kyle a solid because they have yet to give it to Sam Darnold.
Why would he do that? To shoot himself in the foot. That's not going to do him any good. He's a head coach. He needs all he can do right now. For sure.
Yeah, but it's between the two. It's 50-50. It's between Zach Wilson and Justin Fields. And I don't know if anybody knows this or not, but the 2 quarterbacks I just mentioned, they have previous working relationships with the Shanahans and their inner circle. And once you're in that circle, in that Shanahan circle, and you're connected to the people that are in that circle, then it's pretty obvious, so you're in. Especially Justin Fields, who's had a closer working relationship with Kyle Shanahan and Mike Shanahan at that quarterback collective camp they own. So,
that is a Shanahan camp? I thought they were just there as coaches, but they do.
Yeah.
That is their camp.
That's their camp. They operate. So
could be.
And I mean, once you're in that, like I said, once you're in that Shanahan circle, you're pretty much family.
Wilson in that BYU conference.
Trent Williams.
Big Show, did you see enough to really go along with the fact that he's been well tested?
I am convinced that he is well tested. Don't listen to the people who think that he's had lack of competition. Steve Young went to the same school.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on.
And
look at the lack of competition back in the day when he was there. There was no competition. Come on. So those are the two you move up 9 spots for and give up 2 first-round picks for in the draft.
All right. So there you go. So it's going to be Zach. Should the Jets be the Jets, as everybody keeps saying, or it's going to be Fields. All right. There you go.
One of those two.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all have a great night. Y'all take care. Shout out to the TNT family, and go Niners.
Hey. All right. Good stuff, show. Looking forward to hearing you a lot more
Take care,
between now and
Ronbo.
draft night.
For sure.
You too. All right.
Definitely.
Bye.
You take care.
Thanks, fam. And Trey, thanks for the contributions. He says, Ronbo, you know how TNT does it. Nothing but love for you and production. Thanks, Trey. You know, it's fun to get these shout matches every now and then. We do this every year at the same time. It's okay. I'm fine. Loving you back, too. We're going to do it a lot more, too, between now and draft night. Everybody knows it. This is what we do. Jordan Jones, thanks for the contribution, fam. It seems like some of us can't be pleased. We are positioned to take our pick of the cream of the crop. Be happy, faithful futures. Jordan, it's a funny underline. Hey, Jordan, this is a condition that starts at, January, March. Right around, March and April, we go through siege. People be calling each other. Some of us, I think, if you saw one of us in a crosswalk, we wouldn't hit the brakes. Keep going, and then start crying because we knocked out one of our family members. Hey, Leon.
What's up, Ronbo?
Leon, good to hear from you. I ain't talked to you in forever, man. You know, now that I think about it. Leon, we're in here arguing and clowning and getting stupid behind the draft. We always do this the same time every year. Lee, you look at the choices. Everybody's got reasoning behind everybody they think is coming. People going down people's resumes and other people talking about everything they can about what wide reason. Lee, who's your guy and why?
Man, Ronbo, it's a toss up for me. I want Trey Lance just because I think his upside is so good. But if we pick Justin Fields, I won't be mad. It's not going to be Zach Wilson. The Jets aren't that dumb.
I can't believe, but somebody keeps saying it's the Jets. What does that mean? It's the Jets. They can't be that foolish. You can let Ertz go for what?
No, they're not. They're not that stupid, Ronbo. So no, it's not going to be Zach Wilson. Sorry, Big Show. I know that's what you think, but it's not going to happen. No, it's either Trey Lance or Justin Fields. The only reason I think it may be Justin Fields is just because of the whole quarterback collective thing. But
no Mac Jones in your selections?
No. Mac Jones was the 12th. If we stayed at 12, then we were paying to get Mac Jones. You don't move up from 12 to 3.
Mac Jones had the best wide receiving crew. I was watching film, and I said, damn, Jones has got any number. You can't cover Waddle, Smith, and the other guy, but even the third guy, you said, he's kick-ass, too. I said, my God. What? Oh, God.
That's not a thing. But we know how Kyle and John throw smoke screens.
I know,
the
every
fact
year.
That they just sent the scouts to Trey Lance's pro day, but they didn't go, kind of has me thinking it may be Trey Lance. It's one of the two. It's either Fields or Trey Lance. Either one I'd be happy with. I don't, but it was nice to see Trey Lance just because he's 20 years old. Dude is huge, 6'4", 2-something. Like, come on.
You can tell when he's running down the field, too, even on the highlights.
Yeah.
That man is a big man.
So I mean that's good on that end, So, but then like Justin Fields is good too. I mean, so it's just either one of those guys I'd be happy with, Ronbo. And as far as the whole Jimmy thing, keep Jimmy for a year, let them sit like Kansas City did with Patrick Mahomes, and then throw him in there, man. I mean, I think it's all working out the best for everybody.
But Lee, do you think?
Go ahead, Ronbo.
But the pressure is, if you give up all that to get this quarterback, some people think it'd just be sinful to make him sit down and wait behind anybody. Jesus Christ could be our quarterback. He gets to sit down or trade it out of here too. I keep wondering, that does actually mash in my mind because I want to see G one more year behind this offensive line and the weapons he's got now. I just want to see how good he could possibly be. And then, of course, if it is Trey Lance, he can sit his big young butt down and absorb all that and take Jimmy's job in 2022. But I do want to see him learn for 1 year if it is Trey Lance. And, Leon, I got to tell you, I don't know. I got this feeling it is Trey Lance.
Yeah, I mean, I would take him. I mean, golly, the kid's 20 years old. I mean, why wouldn't you take him? I mean, there's nothing wrong with picking a number 3 and sitting him. Who says?
Well, it depends on what you paid for him, right? Because he doesn't have any bad habits yet. He's only 20. He's big. Right. He's a sponge. Oh, I think Kyle's thinking that way. We'll see.
That's how I feel, Ronbo. I mean, we'll see, man. I mean, I think we're in a good spot. I haven't heard the Empire be this excited in a long time. So
I know, right?
But I know you got a ton of people. Yeah, man. I know you got a ton of people behind me. So I just wanted to, tap in with you just to give you my opinion. And like I always say, man, Niners is a minor, what's a nation to an empire.
It's good to hear from you again. I've heard from you such a long time. All right, fam.
Yeah, man. Good talking to you too, Ronbo.
Same here. All right, Lee. Have a good night, fam.
All right. You too.
Oh, here we go. This is perfect, right? Here we are Sunday night. We've already been going crazy. And we bring in, he is hailing from the East Coast, USA. Call him Niner Mike via L.A. Mike, bring it in. Forget about it, Mike. Get in here.
Forget about it. What the hell's going on over here, Ronbo? Sunday night, I'm hearing yelling
blasphemous,
and screaming and shouting and whining. What's going on over
It's a day of the
here?
Sabbath, Mike, and when people aren't in there praying, they're in there doing the devil's work.
Listen, I gotta tell you, some of you guys gotta let it go. You know what I mean? You guys, I love you to death, Ronbo, but some of you's on here. Look, it's like one of my favorite comedians, George Carlin, said. Some people, they don't know how to understand the words. They don't get told that they lost until they're 30 years old. And their boss tells them they're a loser. You know what I mean? You're a loser, Bobby. You lost. Cricket. You lost.
Mike, we don't do that in the West Coast.
Listen, I know. Here's the thing, Ronbo. For everyone that wanted to just ignore it all and act like, oh, yeah, we're going to go, and we're going to keep going. Come on. Look, I know the faithful out there is a lot smarter than that. And for all of you bashing about John Lynch and what he said, what the hell are they supposed to say? You know what I mean? You guys got to understand. It's part of the game. You know what I mean? It's not. No one's trying to hurt feelings. No one's trying to make it personal. You know what I mean, Ronbo? I mean, at the end of the day, it's business. And of course they're not going to come out and say, oh, well, we're looking to trade Jimmy. Come on, no one's going to give us anything for him. They're going to give us a sandbag.
No, Mike. They did say they're not ignoring any deals. They're not ignoring. They're going to listen to everything.
No, they're not, and they're not, Ronbo. But they're also not gonna play the card of, oh well, we're gonna just go with our new rookie quarterback, all right, without even saying who that guy is. All right, that's what they're not going to do. That's part of the game, Ronbo, and people got to understand that, all right? And Bill Belichick over there in the Patriots, they're playing the same game. What was it, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, the report was that the Patriots are still sniffing around Jimmy G. And now, literally 24, 48 hours after the trade announced, now supposedly the New England Patriots are no longer interested in Jimmy. They're playing the game, too. You know what I mean? Everyone's
Mike,
playing the
explain
game.
that to me before you go any further. What's the gain of making that announcement? Why do you bother to make that announcement?
The game, because the game is, Ronbo, we still want to get some. Look, if we act like we don't have all of our eggs in the rookie quarterback basket and that we're comfortable with letting them ride and learn for a year and stick with Jimmy, then that keeps us in a position of strength. All right? If we automatically announce that we're going with the new guy no matter what happens, we're going to go with this new guy because we're taking him third overall, then that means Jimmy's value just drops like an old burnt down house, Ronbo. You know what I mean?
But
Mike,
why do I need to go? Why do I need to go public?
Thing.
Why do I need to go public with that? Why don't I just tell the 49ers, oh, John, screw you, man. I'm not. Forget it. You know what? I don't even want him anymore. And then I hang up.
Well, look, that's the thing, though, Ronbo. A lot of people could do that if they were in that position, but they're not. All right? Look at old Bill Belly over there. All right? He's about to go in. He's going to try to tell the New England Patriots fans that they're going to go and they're going to be pumped up for another year of Cam friggin' Newton. All right? As horrible as our team was last year, we went over there and destroyed the friggin' Patriots. All right? With the guy that they really want. All right? So let's not forget about that, all right? They all seen our team was a shambles last year. We had all the injuries, and Jimmy G still went over there in old Tom Brady land and lit up Bill Belly and Robert Kraft and whooped them up. They didn't forget about that,
Mike,
Ronbo.
I want one more question by though. If it's not the Patriots, and a lot of people are still holding out hope that they can trade Jimmy, who do you think in the NFL is going to call John and give him something worthwhile for Jimmy?
For Jimmy,
Smith S., listen carefully, you crack-talking clown.
I can see the Bears because right now they're trying to pitch to their fans Andy friggin' Dalton, all right? Come on, forget about it.
Oh,
no, listen,
that's attractive.
Other teams out there. There's a couple other teams out there that need a quarterback, and they don't know how this whole draft thing is going to shake out. All right, Ronbo. But here's the bottom line. This is what I really want to get across to all my faithful out there. When it comes to Jimmy G, let it go. All right, he'll be lucky to be on
Mike,
our team.
You haven't let it go.
On our team, Ronbo. He'll be lucky to be on our team on opening
next week.
Day. But when I hear you say, "Oh yeah, maybe we'll keep him around for 1 or 2 years," forget about it.
Mike,
go beat yourself up. No one's keeping him around. No one's paying $20-something million. We're
gonna have an "I told you so" day, and I'll when that happens, I'm saying, Mike, you were right.
We
Mike,
can't have an
Mike,
"I told you so" day, Ronbo.
Listen,
because you guys
if I'm right,
want to accept
Mike,
reality
you're gonna tell me,
Come on.
Ron, you are the master. You got me, man. You got me.
Look,
Get ready, Mike. Get ready to be B-slapped back in your place.
Ronbo, as far as I'm concerned, you already owe me a couple I'm sorry that I already know. Listen, you guys come on here talking. Look, Trey's over here. He's upset. I want all the people that said they wanted Jimmy G gone to say their name.
Mike, we got to go.
Yeah.
We're out of time. Mike, I'll see you Tuesday.
On, forget about it, Ronbo.
Mike, I wanted to piss you off. I'm delighted. Good night, Mike.
Change your diapers and have a little bottle when you go to bed, all right?
As long as it's got to have a mix in it. I want single malt liquor in that bottle, though.
No, you're going to need it. You're going to need it on the day that they trade Jimmy away, for real, all right? All right, Ronbo, I'm going to talk to you tomorrow night. You just have a good night
Tuesday night.
There,
Tuesday night. We're not on tomorrow night. Tuesday night, Mike. I'll be looking for you. I'll hold the place for you.
All right.
I'll make sure
Ronbo.
your spot to park in is empty, too. All right. Night, Mike.
All right. Forget about it, Ronbo.
Woo! Night. Oh, God. We're going to, every quarterback we've had, I think this is a 49er tradition. Every 49er, and even Joe, every quarterback we've had, the fans go at each other. This is just tradition. I wonder if other teams do this. Emilio.
What's happening?
Man, people don't know what to hate on, man. They hate on Jimmy and hate on Fields. And Mac Jones, boy, if a 49er fan recognized him on the street, they go beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's like funny. The way people get all worked up over the QB situation. You know what I'm saying? I've already decided, because I didn't know where I was on this, because I don't believe the Jets are stupid enough to allow Wilson to get past them and just so he can drop to the 49ers because Robert Saleh and Kyle Shanahan got mad love for each other, right? So I'm thinking, I'm getting ready to get excited on draft night if we pick up Trey Lance. But where are you at on this?
No, supposedly, I've heard that the Jets don't even want a quarterback, supposedly.
Yeah, that's been going around too.
Around that
and maybe
they want that lineman.
Penny Sewell. But you don't need to stay at number 2.
Yeah.
Why don't you get some more picks?
Why? I don't know. By any reason, why would anybody move back or move forward?
No, I mean, I can go down to Atlanta. Because you know the first 4 or 5 guys are going to be QBs.
Well, no. We'll put it like this: since let's say somebody's made them an offer. Maybe what they're gonna do is they're gonna wait till the draft. I mean, you never know. It could be the last minute thing. Like, all right, we're gonna make a trade. They can do it now, like the Niners did. You know, you don't know. It can happen overnight. It can happen in the next 5 minutes, and they make a trade, and somebody moves up to them. It's just like I said. The whole thing with the Niners, that was unexpected. Nobody was expecting us to really trade up. Because at this point, like I said, I thought we were just going to say 12, stick with Jimmy, pick something else what we need. Then all of a sudden, I was like, oh, okay, well, the only reason you move up that high is you're going for a quarterback. And, I think they could have went with number 2, but I think the whole thing with them being so cool with Salah, I think Salah, somebody, or either they talked to Salah and said, hey,
Emilio, there you go, though.
Want to get?
Why didn't they go to the Jets? Because if the Jets don't want a quarterback, I'm taking all them picks. You guys will give us a first rounder. You give me a second rounder. You can have this.
Maybe it's a possibility. They made them an offer, but they could have been like, oh, we want too much. So let's see what
No. I mean, you think the Jets may have asked for too much then? Because I don't know why the Jets wouldn't take that deal. You don't want a quarterback? Take this first rounder next year, the next year after that, and a second rounder. Why wouldn't they take that?
It's not a bad deal. Because I keep hearing people say, it's a horrible deal. We give up too much. And I'm like, no, we barely gave up next to nothing to get this draft pick. Because if you really think about it, all we did was swap picks, which doesn't really mean anything. That was just one. We gave up one number 1 and 2 number 1s, which might, if let's say our team goes to the playoffs, those 2 number 1s are not going to mean anything.
And number 2s anyway. But that's what I'm saying. Why wouldn't the Jets
bite? And then gave them
that
number 3 pick that didn't mean nothing. We're only getting that number 3 pick because of Salah. Other than that, we didn't really give up anything for this number 1 pick, for this number 3 pick. Honestly, I was like, what? All we did was swap the 12 and 3, and then gave them 2 future picks. Because, like I said, that 3 pick was nothing. And we only got that because Salah became a head coach. Other than that, this was a hell of a deal that. Like I said, we actually won on this end of this deal for that pick.
Really? You think so?
Because, I mean, we don't look at it because I would.
As long as we as long as we go well in the playoffs, and like you say, we're way down in the draft order. It's no big deal.
That's why I said if we go to not even go to the Super Bowl, if we go to the playoffs, think about it.
We're still in the late
20s. Number 1 picks, the late 20s, exactly. So those picks, like I said, that number 3 pick that we gave up, it was just, they only had that because of Salah becoming a head coach, and that's for next year. So we didn't actually give up so much. If you think about what the Rams did, they gave up so much. Even when they got Goff, they gave a whole bunch. Over trading for Stafford, all them picks.
That's how the Rams roll, though.
But I'm not trying to nitpick on the Rams, but
you should. Rudy, I'm picking on y'all.
Gave up. I'm just saying that's just an example I'm giving you. What was the other team that did it before? Philly, when they getting was it Wentz or whatever? So we honestly didn't give up too much. If you really break it down and look at it.
I mean, comparatively.
Yeah.
But the thing is, one first round and a second rounder, wouldn't that be enough? Y'all got to give up 2 first rounders along, with a second rounder too? That's too much.
It's a third round. It's a third round for next year.
Yeah. Second round. 2 first rounders, 22, 23, right? I don't know when the second rounder gets going to play, but
No, it's a third round. It's a third rounder for next year.
Okay.
It's next year's third round. So it's all we did for this year. All it is they swapped the 12 for number 3, and that was it. And then the following year, it's the number 1 pick and the number 3 pick for Salah because you can't hit that. And then the following year, 2023, is the number for draft first round draft pick. So that's it. They didn't give nothing else besides that. And like I said, with those 2 number 1 picks, end up being, if we go to even to the playoffs, or the late 20 picks, which won't mean anything at that point.
If the Jets don't trade at least down to Atlanta, trying to get some extra picks, I will be surprised if they don't take Ertz. Why would you stay there? The 49ers gave you an offer. They'll take it. You're only going to move down, to 12, but they move back up. You can move back up. I don't know. It just seems strange. You will lose Sewell, though. You're not going to get Panay at 12.
Yeah, you think about it. Like I said, with the Dolphins, they end up moving back up because they wanted somebody else too. So,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just like I said.
It is what it is. It's going to change.
Go ahead.
We ran out of time, though. Let me see you at Tuesday. Ain't going to be no Monday Night Raw. We're Tuesday. We need to calm down.
Yeah, I heard everybody. I heard those guys arguing. I said, "Oh, they're going at it this time."
Okay. You got the job. You know what? I'm going to take this down. I got one more time from you, and you're blocked. Get the hell out of here with that. Emilio, I will see you Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right, fam.
All right, but at this point, I'm either for whatever quarterback. Like I said, as long as he helps us win, doesn't even matter if it's Trey Lance, if it's Wilson, if it's
you're fine.
Fields.
Okay.
I don't honestly care. As long as we can win some games, I'm all for
That's
it.
the bottom line. All right, fam. See you Tuesday.
All right.
All right. Roberto.
What's up, Ronbo?
Roberto, man, this is like, to what do we owe the honor? We not talked to you in God, a long time. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I've been kind of busy, and I know I haven't talked to you on on video or on the phone. It's because since we didn't have a good season last year, I was like, I was like, I was like, yeah. So I was like, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm not gonna call because all we're gonna talk about is we lost another game. Oh, here we go, another one. Here we lose again. Another one.
I know.
And I'm like, damn.
And you knew Friday we were gonna lose.
Yeah. And then everybody got injured. Like Nick Bosa got injured. Solomon Thomas got injured, even though he already gone.
Roberto, we had $80 million worth of football players.
Damn. Out. Yeah, we had like $80 million on the IR. We're like, damn, man, look at all that money that got injured. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of money.
I'm scared.
Yeah, man.
I'm really scared.
Yeah, man.
No matter what, you can get all the players in the world. You cannot have everybody hurt. You're going to get your butt beat. That's all there is to it. You can get anybody you want. If they're not playing, and it goes for more than just one player. If you have 5, 6, 7, 8 guys out, you get your butt beat. That's all there is to it if they're starters.
Yeah, and then like Jimmy G got hurt, and then he didn't play, he didn't want to play. I'm like, come on, man, come on, Jimmy, what the hell are you doing? And then we played and then we went with the backups. I'm like, oh shit, here we go, oh shit, we're gonna lose again. Here we go. Oh my God.
And then, Roberto, if that weren't bad enough, we lose the best tight end in football. Then we lose one of the best run backs in football. And then we lose his partner. And, of course, last year, all our running backs seemed to be in and out. And then Debo can't get back on the field. And then COVID, the Green Bay game. Remember the Green Bay game? COVID takes out our whole unit.
Oh, yeah.
And they made us play.
Yeah.
How we gonna do?
Yeah, they let the other teams not play, but they told us, no, you gotta play, and the other ones they took a game off.
But
Like, come on, man.
You saw what happened to Lamar Jackson and Baltimore. Oh, you guys, all right, we're going to cancel this game. We're going to reschedule.
Yeah.
And then all right, oh, God, we got to move Baltimore back. Oh, so the Ravens can reschedule. But no, we got to play now. Well, that's, wow. You know we don't have any players. And they made us play.
Yeah, and then the Packers were like, look, we
wiped the floor
gotta
with you guys.
they're like, they're like, the Packers were like, oh yeah, we kicked their asses this time, and we're like, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, man, y'all lucky everybody's injured, because if we were not injured, man, we would have blown your ass up. We would have beat all you Packers. Come on, and then
Packers know they can't whoop us. Not when we're full strength.
and then I saw that mic'd up video of Fred Warner, and then Fred Warner was talking, to Aaron Jones, the running back of the Packers, and then I saw Aaron Jones, the running back. He was like, oh, look at the board. Look how many you're losing. Oh, look how many you're losing. I'm like, come on, man. Come on, shit, you whack out, boy. You lucky.
Right.
Everybody's not playing right now.
We'll be back next year. Roberto, so good to hear from you. We're going to go. I'm going to be back Tuesday, and we have Tuesday Night Raw this week, okay?
Yeah, I'll talk to you on Tuesday then.
Yeah, I'll be looking for you. Good to hear from you, Roberto. Long time.
Yeah, man. I know, man. I missed you, man. I've been watching your videos every day, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna check out, all my people out there in the chat. Much love to everybody.
Roberto, we really gotta go, fam. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Okay, please, Roberto. Let me see you Tuesday.
Hey, Rudy, I'm watching you, Rudy. All right, peace out. Faithful till we die, baby. I love y'all. One love and peace.
All right. Night, Roberto. And Curtis McLeod. I got to pronounce that. McLeod. Leo. He said, both Shanahan, here we go. Both Shanahan and John Lynch will be at Alabama's second pro day on Tuesday. Niner fans, don't jump off the bridge yet. Curtis, that's news that you probably should have kept to yourself. Thanks, Stone, for that contribution. Oh, it's a smokescreen. You know, whenever the 49ers overdo it like this and overexpose themselves, and even Curtis must have read that somewhere, it's a joke. Lee.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
we're gonna have to start wearing bulletproof vests and stuff on these shows from now on, I guess, because people are getting crazy. My God.
Yeah, I heard you was going at it.
Oh,
the TNT
Jesus
boys,
Christ.
like Trey and Trez of them.
Yeah,
it was funny and Will.
But Lee, we talked a little bit about this the other day as far as the quarterback situation going on now.
Yeah.
Lee, do you actually believe, though? And this is going to be the other poll we're going to have to take. How many people honestly think that the Jets are going to say, hey, we just want to make sure we get Penei. We're passing on Zach. 49ers, he's all yours. And you think they had a conversation like that?
That's what I want to hear. And the reason is I'm worried about this pick. Like, everything a reason early on, like a lot of people were talking about, let's trade out for a quarterback. And I was worried because what I was worried about is we moved all the way up because it takes so much. You know, you just seen it 3 first, and we take the wrong guy. Man, I'm really worried. And the reason I'm worried, Ronbo, is because I think it's Zach Wilson is their number 1 preferred quarterback. But if they don't get him, they're happy to take Mac Jones. And I don't really want Mac Jones. Like, he's pretty good, Ronbo. Like, he's got great movement in the pocket. I was watching him some last night, film on him. And another friend, too, was sending me some stuff. And he was really impressed with him, too.
He's got a great arm, too. And accuracy.
Yeah, he's got a lot more power than people think. Like, I think he's got more power than a guy like Kirk Cousins. But people won't realize that until you start going over a lot of his film. But the thing is, he's not the sexy pick. He's not the Trey Lance. He's not the Justin Fields. I told you I like Justin Fields and Trey Lance. Like those two have super upside. And people always talk about, this guy's got a good floor, and he actually does, Ronbo. Like he can pick up the little things that a lot of quarterbacks don't see. Like he can pick up the blitz, he can move. His awareness is so good in the pocket, and just his movement. The only other guy that's good like that in the pocket is probably up to his level is Wilson. But see, then Wilson's got the upside because he can move, he can make crazy throws. Like if you look at it though, Ronbo, like I heard other callers saying, he's going to move up for that mobile guy. He's going to do the RG3. I heard Trey saying, but I don't think he is. They did that, and well, look what happened. You know what I mean? You really think he's going to do the same mistake twice? Like, I'll be happy if they get Fields, but I don't think that it's going to happen, Robin. I'll tell you something right now. I was saying to the guys earlier in the chat today, and I was saying, last night, I think I was saying it, and then that report came out about the pro day, right? Mm-hmm. And what I was looking at it, and I was like, before the report came out, I was going to people, watch where they go Tuesday. That'll show you who they really like. Or if they're smart, they'll send people to both, right? Because then people don't know which way they're going.
Why do you think that?
What's that?
Whoever they go Tuesday is their guy.
Well, that's what I was thinking last night. Well, Matt, it's common sense, isn't it? Because if you're going to give up everything, you want to look at the guy. You want to see the guy up close. Like film's good and all that, but there's little things you're not going to see. You're not actually going to see how good that ball is releasing, how good they can put it through the air and land it, how accurate they really are. It's those little things that you'll see in real life. It's different to watching it on film.
That's Bama.
Well, exactly. And the thing is, Ronbo, like they've already scouted Zach Wilson and Mac Jones. They did that early on, right? They sent Peters out months ago, I think it was, to watch both of those two quarterbacks.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then they watched Zach Wilson again, right? John went out and watched them last week, right? And now Kyle and John are going to watch Mac Jones. Like if they made that move, they already know the quarterback they like. And I know that Kyle's got history with Justin Fields back in the day when he was only, young, high schooler. Yeah. But the thing is, like, a lot can happen in 3 years. You really going to throw all in on a guy that you've seen, years ago? No, you're not. You're going to send Adam Peters, your main scout, your head of the team, out to go and look at quarterbacks. And the two you went and looked at, Mac Jones, Zach Wilson.
All that's truly, but they're picking at number 3. There's no need to play these games, which is people would need to be scared because there's no need for them to be out there watching Mac Jones. You're picking number 3. You're either going to get Zach Wilson or the next guy in line in your mind. Is that Lee, we're not going to be mentally, 49er fans are going to pass completely out if on that night 49ers select Alabama quarterback Mac Jones. That's going to, you're going to hear silence across the whole planet.
But Ronbo, what does Kyle work with? Matt Sharp, Kirk Cousins, Matt Ryan. Who's that guy this year? It's Mac Jones. So obviously if he can get the Wilson, the Mahomes guy, it's Mac Jones.
Yeah,
Chris Sims.
Yeah.
Chris Sims knows Kyle better than anyone. Like, they have matching tattoos. They're friends for years and years. And he's got Mac Jones number 3 on his board, ahead of Fields is 5. And Trey Lance, he's not even there, Ronbo. He's not even in the top 5, right? Because he's got Wilson, number 1. He's got Lawrence, 2. He's got Mac Jones, who we're talking about, 3. Then he's got Kellen Mond, and he's got Justin Fields. Trey Lance isn't even on the list. And guess who's the one guy they didn't go scout? Trey Lance. None of the top guys went and seen him, right? So I don't know why people talk about Trey Lance. You don't give up the world. They do. They look at a guy.
Lee, I love your theory. I just, man, we'll see what happens. It's really crazy.
I hope I'm wrong, but I'm dying of hoping I'm wrong because I like the high upside guy in the 60th pick, But I wouldn't be too sad about it because, Kyle is a great coach, and Mac Jones, if that is the pick, that's what I'm thinking at the moment. If that is the pick, like, he can work with that guy because that guy has the skills that he uses a lot.
And we're going to trust him. Lee, we got to go. We're out of time. Let's see you Tuesday. All right.
Thanks, Ronbo. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
It's been fun. Have a good night. A good day, should I say. This is going to be fun stuff between now and the draft. Trent Payne. Thanks, Trent. He says, we love you, Roberto. We haven't seen Roberto in such a long time. Okay. Let's see where we're going now. And it is the appearance now. It is time for another TNT. It is Dollar Bill Will.
Ronbo, what's going on, my guy? What's going on with you?
Man, we're just examining, man, who's gonna be that pick at number 3. Your
Yeah.
feelings?
Man, can you hear me?
Yeah, no, clearly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. My gut telling me, man, is Zach Wilson. I really believe that the reason why Kyle and John didn't go up to ask the Jets to get that second pick is because I believe they already got intel. I really think the Jets is going O-line, because when you saw the Jets last year, Sam Darnold was running for his life every play.
Last 2 years.
Beckman needs help. Yeah, Beckman needs help, man. And I really believe that they're gonna get a lineman, man. I know somebody said that John Lynch was at Zach Wilson's pro day, which is correct. That is true. But Kyle Shanahan wasn't there, but there was another Shanahan there, and that was his daddy. Mike Shanahan was at Zach Wilson's pro day also.
Can't get a better scout than that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I really think it's gonna be Wilson, man. Like, I think everybody's saying they better hit. They better hit, which is true. They better hit. So I think they're going cream the crop, man. I think they're gonna go ahead and get them. Giving up all that draft capital, man. That type of stuff you give away when you're trying to get. See, if you wanted to make a Watson trade, you give up that type of draft capital to get Watson.
You have to.
So yeah, so I really believe that they really gonna get Watson.
What?
Justin Fields, everybody gonna think I'm crazy, which I don't give a damn. But Urban Meyer might try and get Justin Fields due to the fact that Urban Meyer did used to coach at Ohio State, and I'm getting a sense that Urban Meyer wants to put out there that Ohio players can't come in and ball in the NFL. Okay, let me get somebody from a team I coach and watch what happens. It could be. You never know. Trent Baalke is the general manager. Anything can happen over there in Jacksonville. They might do something stupid and it don't get Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
I mean, I'm just dropping that little nugget out there, and
it's possible. And it might have been a smoke screen. Well, you know about him being the only guy at the Jacksonville pro day for Trevor Lawrence. It could be optics.
Yeah.
Could be another smoke screen.
Yeah. Justin Fields could fall to Atlanta, but I highly doubt it. Justin Fields from Georgia.
Yeah,
so
I've heard that.
So that could be the case. But yeah, man, I really think it's gonna be Wilson, man. I really do. Mac Jones, nah. That's getting Mac Jones at 3. That's a reach. You're not gonna do that. You just not.
And nobody would forgive.
You're gonna give up that.
Nobody would forgive
right,
for that.
Kyle and John is just going down there, just doing their due diligence. Just going to go ahead and get a look at them. The reason why they're not going to, the reason why they skipping Justin Fields pro day is because Justin Fields been in the Kyle Shanahan's quarterback camp. He already knows him. He already seen him firsthand, so he already has a good idea of who Justin Fields is. So, me personally, I think it's going to be Wilson or Fields. And if not, then it'll be Lance. But I really think if Wilson and Fields is the pick, I think they starting week 1. I really do. Now I can understand Trey Lance. If Trey Lance fall to us, I believe they'll keep Jimmy G and groom him, because Trey Lance has the ability, he has the talent. But I think he's the one that's gonna need the grooming. But if it's Zach Wilson or Justin Fields, I think they're going all in, man. Because those are the type of guys, man. Those are the type of guys that I feel if a play breaks down, if Kyle calls a play and the play breaks down, I believe those two guys can bail Kyle Shanahan out. I mean, it's time for Kyle to have a quarterback that can bail him out when something breaks down. Like, if Kyle tell you to do something and it breaks down, we want to see how you will handle it. I think that's what Kyle wants. I really do. So, me personally, I think it's gonna be either Wilson or Fields. I really think the Jets gonna get an O-line, because if you get Wilson going to the Jets and you don't get help on the O-line, if Darnold gonna be running around, running from his life, and you put Zach Wilson back there, he gonna be doing the same damn thing, and he might end up getting hurt. You see, I mean, you got to address the offensive line before you get that quarterback. So that's why I'm saying I really think it's gonna be Wilson or Fields.
Could be. We'll be taking mad props on draft night. We'll go run out of time though. I'll be back Tuesday.
Okay, man. All right, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TNT fan, man. Trey, man, that was a nice little boxing match. I had my popcorn and everything. I had it on the big screen and everything. That was something. But yeah, man. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, man. Sheik, Jersey Joe, all them guys, man. Russo, all them guys, man. Hey, man, Super Bowl 56. It'll be the San Francisco 49ers versus to be announced. All right,
yeah. All right, fam. Night.
All right, good night, man.
All right. And Mass Draw says Jimmy went 3 of 11, 37 yards with an INT the fourth, miskilled twice, and the big Mr. Sanders. Stop it. And by the way, check Tom Brady's stats in the fourth quarter in the NFC Championship game. One game does not define a player. Hey, Clarence, thanks for the contribution, though, man.
Hey, Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Clarence, I'm just sitting back here talking ball like we do, getting loud and crazy.
Man, I tried to get on Friday, and I apologize. I know you called me a couple times. I was
is that you? Every now and then we get people that are,
couldn't get to you. But I'm in now, so I got a couple points here.
Oh, go ahead. Let us have it.
So I'm thinking John Lynch has some deja vu. Because remember when he went to Mahomes pro day, and then he called Kyle and said, "Are you sure we don't want to get this guy?" and then history, then with history. I'm thinking when they went to Zach Wilson's pro day on Friday, John said, "Kyle, yeah, let's do what we said we're going to do. This is the guy." And I'm thinking, you know what John and Kyle are. They probably got some sort of intel or got some sort of inkling or had some sort of
that's a lot.
Had some investigation.
Yeah, that's a lot to trade.
The Jets may not be picking anybody. Jets may not be picking a quarterback for their second pick. But like I said, that's one point.
Clarence,
Another one.
I just want to ask you one question on that point, though. Do you get Penei Sewell with the number 2 pick in the draft, though?
I see that. I don't know.
You know what, though? Something could develop between now and another couple of weeks. They could trade down to number 4, trade to a safe distance, but get some more picks. You don't need to be number 2 to get Sewell.
No,
so we'll
exactly.
See what happens.
Exactly. But like you said, like everybody's been saying, too, this is the Jets. We don't know what they're thinking. Like I said, Saleh is not in charge of picking anything.
It's a GM.
Like Kyle is and John is here.
And they're working in tandem.
What I'm saying? He doesn't have that power.
This is why it's hard to know if they're going to pass Ertz or not, because the GM is definitely not going to let anybody know what he's doing. He may let Sal in on it, but can you imagine Salah being the Jets coach now and him going back to his old club and giving him info? Maybe.
That would be.
But
that wouldn't be good if you were a Jets fan at this point. But yeah, that's one point. Another point I had was so I live here in Colorado, and so I mean, again, there's no rumors going on yet about it, but a lot of the talk show people that are out here saying, hey, since we traded up to 3, Broncos were wondering, is Jimmy available? Can we trade for Jimmy? And you know how John and John are good friends.
Yeah.
So you never know. There might be something there too. There might be some trade craft going on there as well.
That conversation should have taken place a long time ago, just for that reason too. So
but you don't know. We don't know if it has been or not. Like I said, our guys are pretty tight-lipped about everything nowadays. Not like Not like the bulky days. But anyway, let's see. The signing of Sanu, I think that's going to be like a Manuel Sanders type of signing. Get some veteran leadership, veteran presence into the wide receiver room.
And we lost Kendrick, so Sanu does have a legitimate space for him to fall into now.
Yeah, there's a legitimate. Yeah, exactly. And as far as quarterback, as far as either any of the quarterbacks, like I said, Wilson would be the ultimate, but Fields or Lance, I'm not per se picky about any of them because, like I said, I think Kyle realized by the lambasting that we got beat down by Buffalo that they need a quarterback with some strength and with some mobility. We need to have that dynamic nowadays, and I think he's realized with all the quarterbacks that he's been bringing out of his QB collective with him and his dad and all those folks, realizing, this is the type of quarterback that's coming out now. This is the type that we need to plan for. This is the type that we need to project and train. And I think he's starting to realize that now. It's like, okay, like you said, the Matt Ryan, the Kirk Cousins type of quarterback,
the Mac Joneses,
slightly thank you. And the Mac Jones. Like I said,
because Clarence, here's the thing though, Clarence. All that makes sense to us. But we're talking about the Shanahans who go back, 30, 40, 50 years of this kind of football? It's going to be tough for them to alter their conception of the game. If they were younger, and Kyle's younger, but they're still going to believe, and we're talking about a couple of egotistical people, they're still going to believe that if they can get players to do what they want, they're going to pick players to pick their system, they're still going to go that route. For them to alter all their concepts and bring in a mobile quarterback, it may be asking a lot. We'll find out this year, though. So
they may not be altering their concepts.
They're going to have to.
They're like they make a little more bootleg, a little more, again.
Well, I wish they do that now. A little more play action. Clarence, we're going to go though. Let's see you Tuesday, okay? Because we ran out of time. We got a lot of people. Apparently, it's not ending here. I thought it would by now, but we're going to see you.
I apologize.
so problem. I love you.
Follow that Alabama Pro Day. If they show up, they may not be looking for.
All right, guys, production's gonna cut it. We're running late. If we say we gotta go, we probably gotta go. All right, here comes AJ.
Hey, what's going on?
AJ, man, we just sitting back here getting loud and crazy before the draft, like we do every year.
Man, you always catch me when my brain is lethargic and being lazy. Now I was ready to say something earlier when my boy, man, I'm telling you right off the rip. What's his name? Trey from VA.
Oh, Trey.
He's classic. I love my black people are so creative, man. That shit classic. His intro is classic.
You need to be black to be creative? But anyway, AJ.
Yeah. My people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. You be wiggling in that seat over there, Ronbo. You be wiggling in that seat when that truth coming, you be dodging and ducking, man.
That's right, because if I don't recognize that as the truth, AJ, you know me. I'll stand up for what I believe in a heartbeat. I'm kind of black myself.
I dig it. All I'm saying is about this Jimmy G. Now, you know the truth has hit your front door with the pistol. So they saying to you, who you picking, brother?
I said Trey Lance.
You picking Trey Lance? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I'm glad you can recognize that part because this Jimmy G guy, he's got to go. And I'm glad that he's got to go. And all this about, we can keep him and have somebody in there and have him do the little year thing. No, man, they ain't going to learn from Jimmy G. They can learn from Kyle Shanahan, but they ain't going to learn from Jimmy G. He can't teach nobody nothing like that at this point. He wasn't in there enough. He was injured. He couldn't do this in the Super Bowl. He screwed us in the Super Bowl. And you was defending yourself really good, though. I was laughing. But you was wiggling. You was dodging and weaving.
No. I was actually getting pissed off. But I try not to do that. So,
I feel you. But I do, my brother, I do believe that this big pick for the draft is something for a reason. And you say you want Trey Lance, right?
Yeah, I'm leaning toward him because I watch a lot of him more than I watch the other guys, actually. I kind of like him.
Okay. Well, I'm proud that we can get away from what we was doing and all those other cats that was supporting Jimmy G and all that stuff. I get it. I'm a Niner fan for life, but faithful for life. But at the end of the day, broski, this dude wasn't it. He screwed up a lot of things. I think, and honestly, I think he got old boy hurt. I mean, I think he got the team a black eye many times because of what his decision, and he's just not the one, man. But I also want to say Deshaun Watson, if we was able to get him, I would love to throw that dude in the mix. But since the situation is really screwy and wigging out with the Chargers, we ain't going to be able to get it. And I don't think the team is not going to, with all those picks they did and all that, capital they used to get somebody in the draft, I don't think he's going to be a viable choice. But I wish we can just bypass anybody or all those cats and just get Deshaun Watson. And it's possible still, I think, maybe, but I don't think, what's the team? Houston's going to let him out. And then Miami did what they did. They went up. It's just screwed up for him. But I want him hella bad on our team. But at the end of the day, I don't think we're going to be able to get him. So we got to go with somebody that's, young, and our money going to be better. We'll be able to trade whoever, you know what I mean? Our money can get better on the cap. And we'll be better off, man. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it was an arms race. I always knew there was an arms race. When they did Stafford, put Stafford on the team of LA, I was like, damn, we in trouble. And then you have out here, I'm in Phoenix. You got Kyle Wilson. He a beast in my mind. I mean, he's small, but he the real deal. And you had Wilson. We was the last on the quarterback as far as being good. So I was like, man, we screwed. And then you just kept defending the fact that Jimmy G had no line and this and that. And I was like, no, that ain't the issue. It's just Jimmy general.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Jimmy outdueled Kyler Murray last in that year. So I'm just saying. I mean, let's keep the truth out there. Since you said the truth is what matters, I'm just saying, And he also beat Jared Goff every time we see him. He's 1-1. Well, he's won. He's beaten the Hawks. So this is why I always stand up for him, because quite frankly, AJ, I don't mind when people are telling the truth about a quarterback or whomever, whether I like them or not, but there's no point in manufacturing tall tales for an argument. You see what I'm saying? So Jimmy may not be the best quarterback in the world, but people go too far trying to make him look like he ain't shit, and I got something to say about it. That's all there is to it.
I'm glad. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, I feel you. But you know what? This year, 2021, if it's a new quarterback, we're going to have to see a new poster, a new man behind that Joe Montana screen.
I will take it down. When he leaves, he's no longer a 49er. I feel you on that. All right. But, between now and then, he stays up there.
I love you, dude. You straight up real with it. I can dig it. Hey, man, I just wanted to call in and give you a little,
hard time.
Hey,
Jared,
that's all I do,
I
man.
expect it from you. I got several of y'all. I expect here comes the stuff, and I get it every time. It's all good. Hey, man, we family. We supposed to do this.
Shout out to Trey VA. And I don't know what your boy from Atlanta was talking about, his TNT partner, Trez. He was all out the woodwork with, this is that Jimmy G to stop. Nah, man, Jimmy G is done. Period. He's done. Explanation.
Okay. You can get back to chat. Trez will find you on that one, AJ. AJ, we gotta go though, fam. Let me see you Tuesday if you get a chance. All right. Yep. Bye, bro. All right. And it looks like it's John V.
My brother, what's going on, man? How
John,
you doing?
man, it's draft time. You know how we get crazy up in there. I gotta put PG up on my page on YouTube because people just be getting down and dirty. Oh, but John, the subject tonight was who we picking up at number 3.
Oh man, Ronbo. I mean, it's been tough, man. I don't know who to really pick, man. I've been trying to do my homework, man. I mean, you put on a YouTube highlight tape, and for 2 minutes you watch all the highlights of a young man's career, and
it's hard to make a final decision on that.
Yeah, you got to watch at least 3 or 4 of their best games and a couple of their worst games, and try to figure out what they have to offer. Ronbo, that 2 minutes of highlights don't tell you squat.
Yeah, because one guy called in tonight, Don. That was the first thing out of his mouth. He says, "I don't look at highlight tapes. I watch film You know, and I forgot.
Yeah,
I listened up. You know what? Let's hear this.
So
Justin Fields.
It takes
is
a
his
long
guy.
time, Ronbo.
I
It
know.
takes a long time. I mean, we just made this move, and I mean, it takes a long time to go through film and try to figure out between your damn day job and everything. But look, Rumble, I don't know, man. The Shanahans are awesome at smoke and mirrors, man. They've been pushing this QB collective, Justin Fields, ramming them down our throat. They're buddies, and they know each other, and this, that, and the other thing. And then Trey Lance has only got one game in 2020 under his belt. So you got to go back to 2019 to see what he's got to offer.
And what does he look like
I don't
now?
know, Rumble.
Yeah.
And what is? Yeah, I mean, look, I'm a Buckeye fan, Ronbo, so I've been watching Ohio State play. You know, I've seen enough Justin Fields, and
Oh, that's right.
I
You're
love
right
him.
there.
I do love him, but you know, I've also seen him a little uneasy. You know, he makes some throws, errant throws that kind of similar to like what Jimmy does. Sometimes he doesn't make the right throw and he gets picked off. But then again, you know, it's a whole different ball game, Ronbo. We're
You're talking
standing here
college
acting
versus
like the Niners
pros. Yeah.
Yeah, we're acting like the Niners are butt crack, and they got to start with a rookie. We're a good team. Good teams don't necessarily just throw a rookie in there and say, you know, oh, you got a decent starter, get rid of them and start your rookie. I mean,
He won 13
we're in a
games.
tough division.
And now all of a sudden, after a year of injury, we need to get rid of certain people, the quarterback. And, you know, it's just, okay, that's fine.
Others have mentioned, Ronbo, that, look, like, the 49ers haven't sweat the money that Jimmy Garoppolo's got against cap. Like, nobody's sweating the over $20 million that Jimmy's got. We've got money, and we made it work without.
We signed
you know,
everybody
I've
we
heard
wanted.
This outside.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. I've heard this outside of the show, and I'll tell you, I agree. You know, they said it a long time ago, and they meant it. Like, Jimmy Garoppolo's contract was not a concern to them. They knew what they were doing far before they did it. So, and they did it. I don't know why on earth you would just start a rookie in there. You know, Jimmy, if you can swing it and you want Jimmy to do it. I mean, the only thing is Jimmy doesn't want to restructure, or they don't want to restructure Jimmy because they don't want to commit to him for the extra time.
And I thought that's true. That's one or the other.
So I really don't know how to read into that, but if Jimmy stayed, Ronbo, I'm not mad about that.
Why would you?
John, I mean,
go ahead. Because I want to ask you a question. Go ahead.
Well, you know, you hear everybody say that Jimmy isn't somebody to learn from, but it's not Jimmy's job to teach you, bro. Like, you learn the playbook. Like, you just watch Jimmy.
Right? That's what I meant. Brady did the same thing to him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way it goes. You watch the guy that's on the field. He's the pro. You can learn from him.
You learn the playbook and learn the system.
Yeah. And you learn how to carry yourself from the guy, the vet that's been out there. John, let me ask you a question.
If he makes a mistake, you learn from that. Go
exactly.
on, brother.
But John, here's the thing. I'm Kyle Shanahan. I've got this team that's been through hell and back. Went to the Super Bowl. They went through the 2020 season. It was just a suck season. It went through a lot of pain and suffering. And now we got the band all back together. And I come in and tell everybody, guys, I gotta tell you, you probably been watching what's going on. I'm thinking we're going to go in another direction this year. We're going to start with Justin Fields this year as your quarterback, and we're going to try to get him up to speed as fast as we can, and we're going to go out there and go for it. Do you know, if I'm like, to start with, if I'm Trent Williams, hey, Kyle, man, I don't know if I signed on for you to break in no rookie, bruh. And then I'm George Kittle. Yeah, coach, you know, we're going to be teaching him, or we're going to slow down for him. How we going to do? You know, I got like Juice saying, wow, man, God, okay, well, geez. You know, you're going to see a nervousness go to that locker room. If they were bringing over Stafford or somebody like that, a veteran that's got to been around, but a rookie in a team that is ready to go back to the Super Bowl, you going to tell me that's going to set well with all those guys on the team?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we signed a bunch of one-year contracts. We got a lot on the line. We got a lot on the line, Ronbo. I mean, we orchestrated. We brought back a lot of people. We signed a bunch of one-year contracts, and and you're going to turn around and you're going to throw a rookie in there. I mean, I'm not saying rookies can't pull it off, but I mean, what if your rookie's best play is average at best? I mean, then it looks like Mullins and Beathard out there.
This is
It
why
looks like Mullins and Beathard out there trying to operate a very intricate system.
We got to go, John, but it won't even be as good as Mullins and Beathard. He needs to learn. The NFL moves at a high speed compared to what he's seen. There's so many things he has. Anyway, John.
Right. My man. All right, my man. Hey, I appreciate you, Ronbo.
Hey, back
Good night,
at you,
my man.
man.
I love you. Love the show.
Hey,
Take care. Good night.
Thanks, John. Looking forward to hearing from you Tuesday. All right.
You got it, brother. Good night.
All right. Night, John. Ronald Murphy says Kyle Shanahan did not put his job on the line for a quarterback with 15 starts. Fields and Shan have major history, and Fields is on their camp's website cover. On the camp's. Okay. I'm not sure. Thanks for the contribution, though. Not sure what okay. Fadi Angel says, today I turned 49, so I'm happy to have my golden birthday, meaning I am a true 49er fan. Can you give me a shout out? Fadi, I love this 40 Angels. I'm glad you came in just when you did, so I can move in a more festive feeling. Happy for 40 Angels' birthday. 40 Angels, 40 Angels. Why did I decide 40 Angels? It's Elvis. 40 Angels. I just want to say, Happy birthday to you. For the Angels, man. Hope you enjoyed your day, too. Okay. Who else is going to come in and so, hey, area code is 757. 757. Hey, what is your name?
My name is Brandon.
Brandon? All right, Brandon. You know the subject matter tonight where we're wondering how the 49ers traded up for that quarterback pick, and who could it be?
All right, so I know it's not popular, but I'm thinking most likely it's probably Mac Jones, his dad, and his history.
Yeah. I love it. Explain. What is your name again?
Okay. My name is Brandon.
Brandon, okay. Okay, Brandon, I'm sorry. I'll remember it from here. Okay.
So we built up this offense with Yak guys. So we got Kittle, Ayuk, and Debo.
Mm-hmm.
We have a great run game. I just don't see them adding a mobile quarterback. I think they want somebody who's going to stay healthy, who can learn the playbook, and who can play at a high level. And Mac Jones winning the national title, I think with Jimmy losing, I just see Mac kind of like the guy who nerves of steel.
Mm-hmm. You know, I don't see that as being so far-fetched. I already thought about this when I first seen Mac Jones in that game. I said, you know what? That guy's got Kyle Shanahan written all over him. I was just saying it when I saw him play. I didn't know we'd come to this hour, Brandon, that we'd be discussing this in that such a way. And you look at everybody wants that mobile quarterback out there. Well, you know you're right, because if Kyle Shanahan, they have sat down and almost like scientists designed that offense. They're not caring about what's going on around them. They're going to run their show like they think. And they win a lot when everybody's healthy. So I don't see them abandoning it either. But, you know, go ahead and elaborate further.
So I live near the Washington, D.C. area, so I've watched a lot of their games when they were coaching in D.C.
Yeah.
And I remember they went after McNabb. They had John Beck, and they had Kirk Cousins. And I just don't remember them loving RG3.
Okay.
Yeah.
McNabb. Okay. When McNabb was he in Washington? He was.
Yeah, I think
Kyle
they
there?
traded like a second-round pick.
Okay. No, go ahead.
Because Jimmy not staying healthy, I mean, that was like his number one knock. It was health. It wasn't, oh, well, he can't learn the playbook, so he can't stay healthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what's killing Jimmy, because you know what? Like you said, they built that team the way they built it on purpose. The Yak guys are there for a reason. That's why Dante Pettis is in New York. They went another direction. And everybody thinks, well, the only reason they do that is because Jimmy can't throw. I said, are you? And I get tired of arguing about that.
Yep.
But you noticed.
Well, I love Zach Wilson, but I have a feeling that Kyle's going to go with that, because the way they built the team, they want to win now. And if they get rid of Jimmy, they want a guy who can win now. So
yeah, and you bring a rookie in. I don't know. People dislike Jimmy to the point where they know that a rookie's not going to come in like he just left the campus and be the same quarterback. It takes a minute. Nobody cares. There's a lot of people who don't care about that. Bring him in. He'll be fine. If Jimmy can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah, I heard Mac Jones is a student of the game. He studies a lot, so
we'll see. Are you ready for that though, Brandon? Because on draft night, everybody's gonna be all pumped up. Everybody wants that mobile quarterback who can run around and save and make stretch out plays. And then Kyle says Mac Jones. Can you stand it? I mean, you can, because you just looked at it. You looked at it carefully. You understand the situation, and you know what Kyle's probably looking for. We should all know that.
Well, then I'll just wonder why they trade up so high. Was it because the Patriots were high on Mac Jones?
I know,
right? I have no idea.
I don't get that either. Were the Patriots ranked in
trying to put their feet to the fire with Jimmy? Like, oh, you don't want to take Jimmy now? Well, we'll take Mac Jones. So you have to pick somebody.
That sounds nearly. Hey, where are the Patriots drafting?
I think 15.
They're behind us anyway. They were probably going to make a move upwards too, though.
I done with Cam for another year. I mean, they give him a 1-year contract. They have to have a future.
If you can't get Mac Jones, wait a minute, what am I saying? If we're not getting Mac Jones, you're right. Belichick's going to get Mac Jones, and he's going to trade up to get him. If the 49ers don't take him at number 3.
Yep. I'm just wondering what they said to Saleh. Maybe Saleh's like, I'm taking Wilson. So maybe they know.
Would Saleh actually would he share that information? I guess it freaks me out thinking he'd do that. Because what kind of alliance is that?
Yeah.
You just got to do not job. These guys picked you up as their head coach. Brandon, we're going to run out of time. Very interesting conversation.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. You got me through the Super Bowl hangover, so I just want to let you know, thank you.
Well, it's my pleasure, Brandon. Just having fun with the Niners, man. Appreciate you, fam. We'll see you Tuesday if you get a chance.
One.
You too.
Right.
Wow. That's what I love about this program. You always get these different perspectives. You get craziness, you get comedy, you get hostility, and then you get Joey. Yeah, come on in, Joey. What is it? Oh, God. Joey, your choice at number 3. What are you thinking?
Zach Wilson. That's my choice.
That's everybody's choice, actually. But do you really think the Jets are going to let that go?
Yep, I do.
All right. Give us reasons.
Oh, I think, like Will said, I think they had a phone call. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. I watch TV like everyone else. So we'll see come draft day what happens. But it wouldn't surprise me if Saleh and Lynch had a conversation and he said, well, if you want this guy, trading up to 3 might not be a bad choice. I don't know. But I do know one thing, though. I do know that the Jets haven't had a wide receiver worth a damn. Sam Darnold people say, oh, well, he's this, he's that, the other thing. But what has he had to work with? Well, I do know this. Jamar Chase is available. Before, when Joe Burrow was there, he was lighting up the college football,
A wide receiver?
20-something.
A wide receiver, too?
Go ahead.
But Darnold went down in a heap all the time. Why not get Penei?
Well, that's my other thing. It's like,
I look at it in two ways. I look at it in maybe they need to get him a playmaker like an OBJ, which could be Chase or it could be Smith from Alabama, or I could look at it, they drafted Becton and maybe they go and get Panay, Sewell. I don't know. I'm just thinking that regardless, it's not going to be Zach Wilson. Whether if you want to get a playmaker on the outside, which they haven't had in a very long time, or they might get a tackle. So, who knows? I mean, I don't know. Come draft day, we'll find out. We'll see.
And we're going to see a lot of changes between now and draft day. It's too many weeks. So there's going to be a lot of notifications, a lot of stuff, a lot of smoke screens, a lot of weird things. So yeah, that's it. It's just hard to say. But the Jets are in a situation now where New York is a tough place to make the wrong moves. A guy called in and said everybody loves Stan Darnold in New York, so maybe they are going to stay with him.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I heard rumors that the Jets, making all these promises to their players, saying that Darnold's not going nowhere. So is that smoke screen or is that the truth?
Well,
who knows?
We heard the same thing from John Lynch. So you never know with GMs and everybody like that. So yeah.
Right. But what was your reaction when we traded for that third pick? Were you surprised? Were you happy?
Yeah,
Were you mad?
I went on record about surprising. I didn't know they'd trade up, especially that kind of giveaway. Two first-round picks and a second round.
It wasn't a second. They didn't give up a second. They still have the second.
No, I mean in the future. In the future, I think two firsts and a second. Or a third? It's something like that. They gave up three picks, though.
They gave up three first-round picks. They gave up this year, next year, the year after, and their third pick that they got. They gave up the next 3 years of first-round picks. This year, they swapped for this year, right? They went from 12 to 3.
Are you counting that as one of the? Are you counting that as one of the picks?
Yeah.
Okay, but that's they just traded. They just switched. They went up instead of down. But the two picks I'm talking about are the ones coming up next year and the year after.
Right. So there's a first round pick for next year and a first round pick for the year after that, as well as a third round pick. The pick that they got for Saleh, the complimentary pick, that was the other pick that was thrown in this trade. So there's never a second round pick is what I'm trying to say.
Right. My bad. But I knew there was a third pick involved. All right.
Right. That was the Saleh pick that we got for free. So basically, we gave up a pick that we got for free. So when people say, "Oh, we gave up too much," really, all we gave up was 2 extra first-round picks. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Is there such thing as an extra first-round pick? that was expensive. So if they don't get Wilson in this draft, it really would be a shame. But I still can't imagine the Jets allowing Ertz to walk. But they may have some information because there was a lot to give up. And maybe Wilson does become a 49er on the 29th of April. We'll see.
I think. Well, either way, I mean, Fields is really good, and Trey Lance is really good. So either way, they're looking real good. And Jimmy, I don't know, man. Jimmy's Jimmy, and he always is hurt. People say, "Oh, well, he could sit behind Jimmy Garoppolo for a year."
Yeah, he'll never last, right? Because Jimmy get hurt before the year's over.
Yeah, he won't. Yeah, he'll get Drew Bledsoe, or last year when Herbert got drafted, he was behind Tyrod Taylor, and by week 3 he was already in there because the guy that he was supposed to back up got hurt.
Yeah.
So.
And then the doctor actually punctured his lung with a needle. But those are things that happen. Whatever, it's just the way it is. Joe, we got to go though. Well, if you get a chance, we'll see you Tuesday. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Joe. Night. And Jonathan Ellis says Fields has his pro day Tuesday. We will have a clear observance of him then. Wow. That's if John and Kyle are going to be at Bama's pro day on Tuesday, then who's going to see Field? The picture becomes clear if we're starting to learn or understand John and Kyle when they're putting out optics to send people in the wrong direction. This could be something that means something. Thanks, Jonathan, for that info and contribution. Hey, Ellis.
Ronbo.
Ellis, come on in, man, and give us your breakdown as to who's going to be picked up in number 3.
Yeah, plain and simple intro for me, huh? You burnt out, huh, Ronbo?
I'm sorry.
He like shit. He's like shit. Tell me what the weather is.
No. You know, these shows are getting longer and longer. How many are we in the 4th hour? I get a little worn out after a while, especially if I start getting into fights. Ellis, I don't intend to get into these fights. You know, I get called out. My God, Trey, just come on in and attack a brother, boy. So it's good. Thanks, Joel. I got it. Man, Adams Peters is going to Justin Smith's field day, the pro day. There you go. But go ahead, Ellis. I'm sorry, man. I wasn't trying to make you sound. No, man. Ellis is my dude. Come on, y'all. Y'all know this.
Yeah. It's all love. It's all love. I've been on hold for like 2 hours, man. You know, I know a lot of us we be on here on hold, so it's all love. You know, it's part of the process, man. We got to all be patient. You know what I'm saying? Do our thing, but as far as on 3, Ronbo, you know, I feel like New York made an arrangement. We had some kind of discussion. It wasn't just Robert Saleh at the pro day. I thought that other guy. What's his name? Is it Joe Douglas or what's his name? What's the other guy?
The Jets guy?
Yeah, the other guy that's, I think that's the owner or not the owner, the GM, who's got a little bit more of an actual say-so over things with the Jets or whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm just saying maybe they all had a kind of a discussion. It's not like maybe like a secretive kind of thing going on where Saleh had to compromise anything, really. Maybe they just all had a conversation. They're like, nah, we're going for, and they just had an open conversation and dialogue with each other.
But Ellis, is that something that's kind of common around the internet? Can you imagine? What if word got out that the 49ers and Jets were discussing? I mean, the Jets don't owe us anything. So I'm wondering, that kind of discussion.
But what do they lose? What do they lose by? Because at this point, we did Sam Darnold thing. Maybe they really decided to keep Sam Darnold because remember we were talking about we were interested in him. So maybe they said, no, you know what? We're going to keep Sam. We're going to get the line. We're going to protect him. We're going to get some offensive weapons, and that's what they're going to focus on and get some other defensive players, whatnot. But they're not focused so much on the quarterback because really, Sam Darnold, that's all he needs. He's not like, they don't want to start over and try to, but again, there's that other side of the coin where,
everybody wants to get better,
have
right?
Wilson on your team and, but you can get better in a whole lot of other ways too, and so maybe they can use that. They can use that to make more picks.
Ellis, the thing is about, you don't have to get rid of Darnold. He only has 1 more year in his contract. You bring this kid in and see what he looks like. And then if Donald's good, you sign him up. The kid stays. He's got a 5th-year option. When Donald's contract runs out in 4 years, that could be immaculately perfect timing. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, with Mike LaFleur being there on the offense and them running a similar offense, I think they could utilize Penei Sewell just as much as we could right now. And the fact that we're going one direction, they really aren't in need like we are, I would say, in this kind of situation because we need to look to, get younger at the quarterback position because we have so many big contracts around us. So we need some guys that, a guy that can come in and, play. We need a Sam Darnold. We need our own young rookie, prodigy that we can get in there at a low cost and be able to, to be able to, have balance all of these up-and-coming contracts and these guys that are going to, need to be getting paid pretty soon. And we may be able to get some of those first-round picks back here pretty soon. And it may not be all what we want to hear, even myself included. You know what I mean? But if one of our good or two of our good players end up getting put on the trade block, we might be able to get some of these players, these draft picks and stuff back, here between the next year or two, because we really got some good guys. And I don't know if we're going to be able to keep everybody, here in the next 2 or more years. I mean, we got Debo that's going to be coming up. Fred's here. They're just going to keep coming, and we still got our other bigger contracts. So. But Trey Lance for me, I'm Trey Lance. I'm Team Trey Lance, man. I've been talking about Trey Lance since last year. I've been talking about him since last year on the show. So we'll see what happens, though. I don't know. Justin Fields plays a different offense. He runs a different offense, and they retrofitted the Trey Lance Pro Day for the teams that were looking for quarterbacks, and they were running like they were doing the same passes, running the same stuff that we pretty much run. So it kind of just, you just don't, kind of see those kind of things match up like that. But again, that doesn't mean that that's who we're going to necessarily go for.
I know,
if Zach
right?
Wilson's a green light, I think Kyle's going to go with Zach first.
Yeah, if they can
I
get him.
would take Trey Lance. Yeah, I'll go with Trey Lance, man.
That's going to be interesting to see what they do, because they're doing
Micah
all these
Parsons
things.
and that guy Jason Owe, that DN that was running a 4.4, from Penn State. We can really, if we don't get Ojulari from Georgia or any of those other guys, of course, we're out of the Quiddy sweepstakes, and some of the other guys, those 2 DNs from Miami, we're going to miss out on a lot of like, I think, good players. On the defensive side, but there's going to be some other guys we can get.
That's true. And, our scouts, they know where everybody is, who's worth a damn, who's going to fit the program, it seems. So, yeah.
For sure.
I just get at that. We're going to see what happens.
For sure, fam. What about you? You said you Trey Lance, though, huh?
Yeah, I like him after I watched more footage on him. I've seen him in glimpses of him, but I never seen him. The dude is fun to watch. He's a big dude, and he can play. So I didn't know he was only 20 years old, though. That's what really freaked me out. He's only 20 years old.
And he can preserve. He can last a bit longer because of the bigger frame. He's bigger than Zach Wilson. That's one thing I was looking at. Zach, he looks like he does look like he's
junior
15.
high school.
Grant was laughing, said he looks 12, but he really is young in the face and in body and just everything. He just kind of looks like, but there's nothing wrong with that. He can mature and get better. But I'm just thinking of the frame and the build of him. Trey's kind of built and ready to go. It's just like
it's
a lot more of a,
It's
But
just about-
again, with the stuff with Jimmy, fam, I'm just saying with Jimmy, if we're gonna get rid of Jimmy, then it doesn't. I say restructure him if we're gonna go the Trey Lance way or whatever, and just keep let him run it one more year. But if not, you're gonna let him go. Just let him go. Make the right decision. Because if we can get $27 million more, or however much more million, if we make this move with Jimmy, get back in the draft, get a second round or something, man, package Mike McGlinchey or send somebody. I don't even care. Let's Rochambeau it and give us their first round and give us that second round. And let's get back in this draft some more and get ready for these next few years. I don't know.
All right, Ellis, we're going to go. And no, I like the idea. They're going to have to come up with something that everybody's going to appreciate.
I'm just saying, Ronbo. Let's just do something smart. Whatever the hell it is, let's just be smart about it. Either which way.
They probably will.
I'm not biased.
These guys are smart.
All right, family. Thank you,
All right,
Ronbo.
fam.
Appreciate it as always, bro.
Hey, back at you, fam.
Shout out to the Niner faithful. And see you. I'll let you in a few days.
I'm looking for you. Tuesday. Night, Ellis. And Reeves Remo, he says, I guess the debate is between Wilson, Fields, and Lance. Is Trevor Lawrence a lock? One? See, these questions and more will have to wait until April 29th. The Niners decide. I support them all the way. Go Niners. Wouldn't it be fun if Trevor Lawrence was not picked up by Jacksonville? You talk about shaking up the whole board. The lights would go out at the festivities because that would be amazing. Trevor Lawrence is not being picked up by the Jags. Whoa. And who'd they pick up then? Because the Jags need a QB. If Lawrence is not the best in the draft, they pick up Wilson? Or, like somebody said, Urban Meyer has a point to prove. He takes Fields just to say that it was me that made Ohio State football. You never know what's going to happen at this point. Dre from San Francisco, come on in, Dre.
What up, Ronbo?
Dre, it's draft time, Dre. And Dre, were you on hand for our last couple of years, draft time? Boy, we be getting into it. So, and tonight I asked a question, and I knew it was going to be a setup, but I was hoping we'd be civilized. What, Dre?
Felt like we was in my grandma's backyard at the barbecue.
Around Thanksgiving, when a cousin that you only see once a year, you don't like anyway, and y'all try to stay out of each other's way, and somehow something goes wrong. But Dre, it's about who are you gonna? I put Mac Jones on the thumbnails just because I said, you know what, can't count Mac Jones out. Don't trust Kyle when it comes to that. And then of course Trey Lance and Justin Fields. Dre, where are you at on this? Unless you got another plug in.
I got Justin Fields. I believe that him and Shanahan, their connections go way back. They already seen how we play. You know, he's a lot like Mahomes. They got the same background. They both play baseball. They both durable. They like real beasts. And he kind of like a Deshaun Watson 2.0 in a way too. You know, if you look at his play, he really is. He gives his receivers a chance to get the ball, you know, an opportunity, something that Jimmy don't give us at all. And he can scramble, you know, he can run. I mean, the guy is the dude. I mean, I watched his last few games, even his bad game when he threw, 3 to 5 interceptions or whatever it was.
Did he have a game like that?
I watched that. And, yeah. I watched it, and it was horrible, but that wasn't him. That was the offensive line. So he did what he could. He can do everything. It's somewhat like the Jimmy blame, you know. Oh, it's your fault, but the whole team was injured. The offensive line was trash. You know how that went. But, yeah.
That argument gets used a lot, don't it?
To answer everybody's questions, and for anybody that's going to rewatch this video, the Jets have 2 first-round picks this year. That's what don't nobody know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
So
where are they? What's that second pick?
I think they took 24th or 23rd. So they're going to draft the all-lineman with that
wait.
And draft Zach.
Dre. They got number 2, and what's the other number?
I think 23rd or 24th.
Oh. Wow.
They might trade back up. You know, they can do that.
Well, they could.
And they got one, and I heard that it might be with the Broncos because the Broncos want Sam Darnold. Yeah, that just came out earlier.
Wow. Because
there's a bunch have been happening with them, but I mean that.
Okay, Wilson, but if they get rid of Darnold, they got to do. What are they gonna do?
Wilson go to Zach Wilson unless they gonna let him sit behind Darnold for a year. And me personally, I don't mind letting Jimmy. For all the Jimmy haters, let him come back. Let's pray he ball out because we can get one of them first-round picks back, maybe 2 the way that they throwing them out here nowadays.
Oh yeah, that's a minimum. Especially if that quarterback gets the playoffs. Yeah, that's a first-round pick.
Oh yeah, maybe we might get 2 first-round picks,
especially if we win
playoffs. You know, if we go to the playoffs, we kick in like the second round anyway. So really
you know what's so funny though?
2 second round.
but Dre, if they get to the Super Bowl and win it, they can't get rid of him because the fans will go nuts. Even the haters would have to argue about that.
I would have to sell him.
You would because it'd be cheaper.
I could take
his support is going to be huge.
Picks for you. I could take 3 first-round picks, and let's just say we get Justin Fields.
And somebody would
Zach
give it.
Wilson.
Yeah, somebody would give it too.
We give you 3. Yeah, give me 3 first-round picks. Y'all can have him. He about a trip away from hurting himself anyway.
But Jimmy's got to stop with the professional girls, and don't get caught getting oiled down in those shops.
You know, that's him. That's how he got hurt, I believe. All getting oiled down, mine somewhere else. It's supposed to be in the game, and then it's like, oh shit. But no Mac Jones to all the fans out there. No Mac Jones. They win the
Wait,
game
Dre.
that
Wait.
high up.
Wait. Be careful. You know, Mac Jones.
Oh, I'm gonna say it. No Mac Jones.
He
Who?
appeals.
Mac Jones.
And the 49ers select
No.
Alabama quarterback Mac
No.
Jones. Oh, no, he
they
didn't say.
select
Goodell,
Ohio
give him another envelope.
quarterback.
I know he didn't say that. You know?
Nah. See, somebody gonna have to catch them in traffic. They do some shit like that. They could have stayed at. They could have swapped picks with Jacksonville, because you know Jacksonville ended up swapping picks with. I mean, not Jacksonville. Who was it at number 6 that swapped with Miami?
Philly?
Because they just got in on it too. It was somebody at number 6 that swapped with Miami, and they went from.
Miami went back up from 12
Miami
to
went
6.
from number 12 back to 6. So whoever's at 6,
I thought it was Philly.
First round pick.
Why would Philly do that?
Probably
Now
was
that I
Philly.
think about it.
It probably. Yeah, so if they was going to do that, they would have swapped with the Niners. If the Niners was going to choose Mac Jones,
Wait, the
they wouldn't
Phillies.
have to give
Why
up
would
the barn.
Yeah, Trey, the Phillies.
So,
the Phillies need players. The hell they do. That's
They
why
need
their
receivers.
organizations turn into poo-poo too. The hell. Oh, anyway, it ain't my business.
Yeah, that's what I said. So I believe that Zach Wilson is going number 2. Lawrence is going whatever his name is, number 1.
Trevor.
And then, Trevor number 1, Zach number 2, Justin number 3. And I don't want to hear that. We'll take Trevor Lawrence, you know. I know. If he's still in the draft, you know, when it's all said and done, we'll take him as a backup. Enough. But I'm really excited.
It's got to be
about
one of
Justin
those.
Fields.
Because
Checking
you
his
don't trade up that
background,
far.
He's really Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
He's really Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson, kind of like one player. I'm like, here.
All right.
Put him and Kyle together.
All right.
With Debo and
everybody's
Kittle
and all this. Well, we got a couple of weapons. We still need another wide receiver. We need top dog. But you know, everybody's putting the dream combo has been by analysts has been Zach and Kyle. Now you got Justin and Kyle. We'll see.
He got too much hang time to that ball. I don't trust it.
Not a juice. All right.
Jimmy, that's because if you go look at it, he got it real large hang time to that ball. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's a recipe for disaster. But I'm real big on Justin Fields.
All right. Dre, we go.
All right, Ronbo, that's just my piece.
Hey, Xavier, fam, you don't hear from me very often, but so it's always great to hear from you. All right. If you get time, we'll be back.
You already?
Tuesday.
Love all y'all, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, y'all stop. Hey, look, shout out to all the fans. Stop whining.
We got to whine. We're the 40 whiners. Night, fam. Oh, God. These are like workouts, you know. You almost got to get in shape just to come in and talk football. I love it. Local 49ers fan says, take Lance. He's a Kyle guy. Arizona has no fans. They're paid spectators. Local 49ers, I just realized that's your mantra. I've not seen you in a long time. Fam, let's get ready to argue and fight 49er football again coming up Tuesday. Because you know I love you. We got a right to fight. Rudy, don't you come in here, though. We will all double up on your butt. Niner! Texas boy, you know better, too. That's why I ain't seen you in a while. Fam, don't hit for that light. Niners!